of stage 2 of the competition, but stage 1 was the ladder. Well, over 11,000 teams competed, and that narrowed it down to the top 64 here today, which are competing in double elimination, which means that if you lose your first match, you still have an opportunity to try to make it through the lower bracket. Then we narrow that down to the top 16 in stage 3 of the Swiss bracket, and then we go back to another double elimination, getting it to the double elimination for the top 8 to eventually get to the top 4 for the golden ticket, go into the Clash of Clans World Finals with that golden ticket. Incredible stuff. But Itsu, walk us through how the bracket looks.
Yeah, we're diving more into this stage 2 double elimination. As Carbon said, 64 teams survived from stage 1, and they're starting off in the upper bracket. They're going to battle as long as 8 teams advance in the upper bracket. Wait a second, there is more, because we have that lower bracket as well. But we're going to have, as soon as round 2 is starting, 32 teams which are fighting for the tournament live until only 8 teams remain, and those combined 16 teams then are going to get to stage 3. But this is stage 2. The entire stage 2 is going to be played today, so we're going to find out which 16 teams are going to make it to stage 3. But what are those teams fighting for? What are those players fighting for, Susie?
What makes today war so exciting that every team which advanced to the stage 3 will be getting guaranteed $5,000 and the potential for so much more. The further you progress, the bigger your share of the purse. The winner not only being the crowned world champions, but also taking home $300,000, Carbon.
Yeah, incredible amount of prize money on the line for these teams. And we've talked about the bracket and how it works. Is the upper bracket, if you win 3 matches in a row, you're good. You advance. You don't have to worry. But if you lose, then you have to play double the amount and work your way through the lower bracket. It's going to be so difficult down there. But I'm sure many of you guys noticed that inside the game, there's a new little icon on the right side. You could take a look and you could follow along with the bracket inside the game. If you want to see how some teams are, there's a couple different groups that are trying to compete. And we've been looking over all the potential matchups, and we've already got some amazing matches to start off today, which we will be following one in particular. But Itsu, is there any on your mind that you were looking at while we were kind of excited to take a look at the teams competing?
I mean, there's a lot of big names in this bracket. Let's get that first out. But I feel like this stage, or like this format overall, is perfect for underdogs. I mean, they have the chance of competing in-game, then qualifying if they're good enough. So maybe we're going to find some crazy new teams which are really performing well. But when we're judging based on the names, based on what they have done so far within the community and how many tournaments they have won maybe so far, I feel like, to me personally, there's like 3 teams or 3 matches more like really shiny through. Which first match is going to be SG Tristella versus One Glory. I think both teams do not need further introduction. And then the fan favorites, Queen Walker Stephanie versus NGT Legends. I think it's going to be another crazy match. Yeah. And then the third match for me would be Marshall's Kids versus Chessmate Gaming, which match we are going to cover first on this broadcast as well. Susie, which teams are for you standing out on the bracket?
I would definitely look at the Marcos Gaming, which will be facing Valor Gaming. Marcos Gaming really impressed me in the Snapdragon. They were just only 1 war away from that 4th golden ticket. Also, Space Station Gaming, they finished the record in the ladder 16-0. That's impressive. So they will be facing Clash of Clans, and definitely also would look at the V and Tompina versus Region, Carbon.
Yeah, it's incredible, the teams that are going to be competing. And it's just kind of, as you compete through the ladder system and then you get mashed up here today, it's just like, if we have some very well-known clans, if they all get pushed into one group, it's like, oh man, who's going to have a chance at coming out of that? But you've had some competitive experience a little while ago, and you now are part of the casting team for a while as well. So you got the experience on both sides what would you be thinking about right now as a player in terms of the double elimination? Are you really happy about the double elimination giving you a second opportunity? Because you've talked about Underdogs, this is their chance. If Underdogs were trying to, let's say, if you win one war, you're good, right? But if you have a double elimination, you really have to start to prove it to get through these stages to have a chance of getting a golden ticket.
Yeah, I mean, coming from like then the standpoint of maybe the favorites in this tournament, double elimination is always great. I mean, double elimination always feels more fair because, man, in Clash of Clans, we all know there's sometimes this one match which really is not going your way. But overall, I mean, we have seen that in a couple of tournaments where maybe the winner in the end had one off match, but then coming back through the lower bracket and winning it all. So it is there this chance of getting this crazy comeback. So I like, from the player standpoint, for sure the double elimination quite a lot because there is this chance of having a comeback. But Susie, how do you feel about that?
I really like the double elimination bracket. I think it's kind of letting, sometimes you're going to have that bad war. And I like they have the chance that you're going to use like, all right, they're going to have the bad war, but they're going to get a second chance and they can still fight for that golden ticket, go for the next stage and hoping to make it to the stage 3 because this is the last chance for the teams because we are fighting for the last for the golden tickets, Carbon.
Yeah, we are indeed. We've already given 4 of the golden tickets away, which was to X Team Esports, MS Esports, Tri Gaming, and Strut. And after these couple stages, we will be then giving away 4 more golden tickets to join for the top 8 in the Clash of Clans World Finals in first place. Out of all of it, like we saw a little earlier, the prize pool of $300,000. So that is a lot of money, but the match that Itsu talked about we're going to be having here today is going to be Marshall Skis versus Chad Mac Gaming. So that's going to be an incredible matchup. What are you expecting on this match that we're going to watch here first, Itsu?
That's a hard call. I feel like overall why I think this match is really cool is because both teams are well known, but at the same time, for example, if we pick the Chessmax side, they have performed so well in the ESL Snapdragon. Especially, we have seen a couple of teams really where the pressure was getting to your head, especially in an offline event that's nothing new. But they handled it really, really well all together as a team. And then in addition, they have one of the best base builders in their team as well with the Ghost. So that's another really important thing. I feel like with the base building always not getting really the recognition it should get, because yes, attacking is one thing, but trust me, attacking most of the time consumes less time and preparation than the defensive side. It takes so long to really fine-tune the base, make every single trap perfect, and this to me is always like a really fascinating thing to see how that turns out. But overall, this match, we're looking forward. Susie, anything you would add to Badzinger maybe on that side?
Yeah, both teams were in the Poland. Both teams were amazing there. Badzinger, which is now Marshall Keys, they were amazing. They have some very close matches. Even that like final attack was deciding the war, They have experience on the stage and also, how you say, the base building, right? I think so both teams study, all the teams getting ready, practicing. It's not just these teams. We saw the ladder. That was 16 wars. They spend a lot of time here, Carbon.
Yeah, they do. They spend a lot of time through all of these matches, indeed, especially the ladder system. But what's going to be happening, since there is 64 teams competing, we can't be showing every single match. That would be possible. If we showed every match, it would be the smallest screen on the screen at the same time. But what we can do is we can provide you guys updates on how the matches are going. So we would need your help. As the attacks are going on, as the match is going through, let us know what updates you guys want to see in the chat, and we will do our best to provide you guys some updates as we are casting in the matches, because we can try to see everything behind the scenes, as it's going to be an incredible day of matches, which we'll be able to advance the top 16 to the next round. But Itsu, I've got another question before we're about to be jumping in, because the prep is now all finalized and they're planning their attacks. Is there any advice that you would give the players right now if you were in their shoes? What would you say to them if they were right next to you to listen to something?
I feel like the one big thing I would give those people, like those players, as advice is do your own thing. Do what you're good at the game, because earlier I was recently doing a video about this where I was talking about, okay, earlier where Town Hall 10 was maxed, it was incredible hard to 3-star. While now it's getting way easier for those pros. So there's a lot of different approaches on how you can have success. So pick your way to that and make sure that you are playing your own game and do not get confused by what the other team is doing. Concentrate on yourself. And I mean, all those teams have have shown that they deserve this spot. So I think that overall, Corbin, is a good way to go.
Yeah, indeed. That is going to be some great words of advice. But we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to Susie for now for this first match. We'll be bringing her back just after that, as Itsu and I are going to be bringing you through the very first match. It's going to be Marshall's Kiss versus Chaz Mac Gaming here. All these matches for this double elimination bracket are going to be moving their way through one attack at a time. In the ladder system, it was different, right? You could attack at any point in the 30 minutes because you had to play 60 matches. To think, within about a week and a half, Itsu, 60 matches? That was grueling for all these teams that competed.
Yeah, I mean, if we just do the quick math, and I feel like it was 30-minute matches, right? So if we do not even count in the preparation, it was like 30 hours of matches of non-stop playing Clash within a week. That is a lot of time. That is really a lot of time. So I feel like this stage now is completely different to what we have seen in this stage 1, because you can now prepare better for your opponent, but at the same time, it's now back to this regular attack timings and everything. So that's what most of those teams are used to. And getting back to the Underdogs, that's now the time where they have to shine, because this is going to be the format where we're going to play through until the last match. But we have the first attack live. Nick is in with some Dragons and Dragon Riders, with using the Bat Spell nicely to take an air defense as well, Corbin.
Yeah, with the Bat Spell to tank the balloons, move it in, trying to get this Eagle Artillery, especially with this Dragon Rider. But we do have the Dragon Rider, well, maybe not be able to grab that because the Air Expo has locked onto it and taken it out, as the Balloons, Dragons, and the Warden ability going off early, moving straight into this defending Queen.
That's right, the Warden ability was used early to try to block as much damage in the beginning as possible. The Headhunters are coming out. The Warden getting sniped. It seems like no, another Rage is getting used, and the Blimp so far is still getting, not getting used so far, and he has no Coco Loons. This means this Blimp is going to be quite risky depending on the angle.
Yeah, he's moving his way through, trying to get to this Town Hall. The Queen is going to step into it. Rage is down, but he's trying to freeze up that core multi-target Inferno. The Dragon's got almost no health, so that's going to get taken out. There's a lot of this left as he decides to send in the Stone Slammer for that multi-target Inferno in the core, as he's still making his way around with a Skeleton Spell and the Royal Champion still to utilize, but a Lava Hound comes out of this Clan Castle.
Yeah, this is what you try to typically avoid, luring out the Clan Castle, which can target your heroes. Which means the Queen is going to be busy for quite some time. There's now the Skeleton Spear coming, tank the Singing Front of the Royal Champion. There's one more freeze. The question is this going to be enough? With the Ground Expo going down.
Oh, wow. That Expo going down is huge, as the Royal Champion with her ability can make her way through. A freeze will be so critical here to help this RC. The Queen, does she avoid it? She goes to the bottom side. Hang on. This RC is going to be so clutch. The Queen's getting healed up as he's making his way around. Archer Tower goes down, and he might just have enough.
Yeah, Royal Champion is getting used, and this means it's going to be the first 3-star of the day, or at least of this broadcast. Freezes in, and this defending King, it looks nice, but the King cannot do anything about this because the King is out of range, and this means we have our first 3-star of the day. Chessmac exactly doing what they did in the ESL Snapdragon, 3-starring bases left and right.
Incredible. And that's the thing a lot of clashers out there probably don't even remember is you don't have to actually kill off the defending heroes, right? Because all you have to take down is their platforms. So if the hero is full health and still up, it's perfectly fine as long as you destroy all the buildings on the map. But the pressure was there, and Nick comes in with the very first triple. Incredible right there. So that's going to keep the momentum high now for Chazmac. But Marshall's Kiss is going to have to try to answer with a triple of their own.
Yeah, they have to now answer. We have talked about that fact many times. Like, what do teams prefer? Attacking first, attacking second? It has some pros and some cons overall with attacking first. You have, in this meta, especially at the highest level, you have always the opportunity to pressure your opponent when you keep 3-starring, because all they can do is tying things up. But if you're attacking second, you have the advantage of doing the last attack, so you know how many 3-stars, how many percentage, maybe what the average time needs to be to make that attack work. Patolini is coming in with some Lalo and using the Wall Wrecker in the mix as well.
Yeah, Wall Wrecker. Oh, there's the lightning right into the core to help take down the sweepers and the multi-target Inferno. But does the Wall Wrecker is able to help lock onto the Town Hall, because we need sneaky goblins. There's a freeze. They're on. Oh, the multi-mortar hits them. Another freeze comes through, and no! The Town Hall does not go down, and now it's being repaired. So, he's going to have to adjust on the fly now to take that down.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard to come back from, because he has to maybe use the King, maybe the Royal Champion. He does not have a Slammer or a Siege Machine, which he could still use at that Town Hall, because the Wall Wrecker did not work. And that was the big problem in this one. The Clan Cast is taken care of nicely. Now he's trying to maybe push the Queen towards that Town Hall so she can take that down. But still, that's a long way with 2 storages on its way.
Yeah, it's a long way as the King is going to try to make his way into the scatter shot. He does not wall break that compartment, so the King's going to walk to the air defense as the RC jumps over this wall and poisons up the enemy Queen, as his Queen now needs to walk her way to the Town Hall, and he's completely adjusting this play on the fly.
Yeah, he has to adjust quite a bit. The Town Hall finally going down, but what cost? That's the big question with the heroes nearly all going down. Only the Warden at this point can really be a big game changer as hero. There's the first red mines with this multi-inferno tower completely going at those loons.
Yeah. Well, he was able to freeze the multi and the eagle together at the same time. So now those balloons did not take the damage that they would have been able to take from all that splash as he continuing his way around. But he needs to make his way into the enemy Royal Champion, saving onto that Warden and Eternal Tome to protect the Headhunters and potentially the balloons together. But the balloons get into the scattershot radius so they don't get hit. Pops the Warden ability, sneaks the Headhunters in to help now snipe that enemy Royal Champion. But no, wait! He finds the springboard. One Headhunter just avoids it to take that RC down.
Yeah, and just imagine that this town would have went down in the first place. That would have been a crazy attack. There is only this left compartment staying alive in the end. This was such a close call. But it's going to be the first defense for Chazmac, and I think they're going to be quite happy about that. With an, especially like below 90%. I mean, that's 100% what you're looking for as a base builder. So Padolino falling short. Now it's back to Chazmac, and we have said it. As soon as you're attacking first as a team and you're getting this advantage and you keep pressuring your opponent, that's exactly the moment where this first attack position is just so much better, and you really can drive home matches like that with non-stop creating this pressure, and the other team just feels like they can't do anything, which technically is right, because they have to rely on a defense.
Yeah, it's that momentum. When you attack first, come in with the 3-star, and especially if you hold the defense first, then you have the momentum moving through the rest of your attacks, and that's huge in a match like this. This is the upper bracket. This is the very first match of today. If you guys are just joining right now, there's a total of 64 teams competing, and we are going to be trying to narrow our way down to the top 16. So there's going to be a lot of heartbreak, but there's also going to be a handful of teams that are happy to move on to stage 3. So there's a lot more matches in order to even try to have a chance at getting a golden ticket. But Max is now in, and he's doing what he loves, the Skelly Donuts, with 3 skeletons and 4 invisibilities. You misplace 1 tile and you make that clan castle invisible, the attack could go south real fast.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going in with the Skelly Donut, as you said it, with so far perfect spell placement. Yep. And then Inferno Tower is going down. So, beautiful placement, especially if this attack is so hard. If your hand starts to shake, and it's really not that easy to place those spells. But now, forcing his king into that top eagle compartment with the queen, moving along to get that scatter, and maybe even the defending queen out of the way.
Oh, and Max is taking on Dima's base, and Dima is known as the trap master. He takes the base designs and he puts the perfect traps for your opponents. And you know that they were planning to try to bait some certain attacks against Chasmic because they have plenty of experience of going into many matches against each other. But as Max's queen is charging her way through, no healers here, so this queen's making a long way through. She's perfectly healthy behind this royal champion. With 1 more invisibility spell to use, his RC can eventually take down that single target Inferno.
Yeah, royal champion closing in, but maybe she's just following the outside buildings and skipping that Inferno tower. So far she is. No way, come back for the single, and yes, she's hopping back over the wall. And with that, the single Inferno tower is down, and he still needs to reach that 50% mark to activate the Town Hall.
There he goes with the freeze. Town Hall's activate so the balloons can target and drop. Oh, look at that. Pops the one building, takes the Town Hall down, but also clips the one hound that's leading in front of the other, pulling some traps, making his way through. And look at all these balloons. And wait, I didn't even notice. He didn't even drop his stone slammer until the end. What an incredible attack here.
What an incredible attack. As you said, with the stone slammer tanking the scatter shot so nicely. Now it's all about cleanup. But I think a Lalo attack can be easily cleaned up in 50 seconds with so many troops alive. I mean, where's the next phase, which you can still 3-star with this army which is still left? That is just a crazy overkill. And so far, Chasmac are looking incredible strong. But remember, this is a double elimination. So even if you lose early, you have the second chance of coming back. But at the same time, though, this is not where you want to be. This is not only this tournament on the live, is pretty much the biggest tournament, last chance for those teams. Because if you cannot make it in this one, then you're going to miss out on the Clash of Clans World Championship.
Yeah, and the thing is, Max, he is, I think, the youngest player on Chasmac Gaming, and he was one of the youngest ones that competed out in Poland. He was only 17 out there competing. That just shows you that you have the chance at any age there to compete, and it's unbelievable how good he is. And the rest of Chasmac as well coming in with amazing attacks. But now, Marshall's Kiss needs to answer. If they don't get a triple, they'll be down by those 2 stars. And that's going to be very difficult to make a comeback. We've seen many matches that have been like that. And the team that has the advantage usually wins each one. The only way is if you make that comeback is if some crazy 1-star occurs. But, you know, Chasmac are going to be having that in the back of their mind. They'll have to be maybe going the safer route. But here we go with Marshall's Kiss next attack. Jose wants to bring the Sui Lalo as we got 31 balloons to utilize here.
Yeah, that's quite a few balloons with that blimp early on into the compartment. We'll be probably delivering a Yeti blimp to get that defending Royal Champion and that Inferno Tower out of the way early, and that's exactly what is happening with those Yetis, taking down the entire compartment, and in addition, luring out the clan castle, which right now is an important factor for the attacker to make sure that this Lava Hound is not giving any problems later, because this queen can now really easily tank that Lava Hound out of the way.
Yeah, with this Hound going down, the poison spell is utilized we did take out the pups, the super minion here. He wants to send his queen to walk her way eventually towards this town hall to the left behind an ice golem. That ground expo is going to be quite annoying, but it's going to pick off this ice golem pretty quickly. So this queen will start to take damage pretty soon.
Yeah, Skeleton Spell trying to prevent this early happening with taking any damage, but now there's the wall break to get this connection open. But with all of those Tesla and the king already used on the other side, Corbin, this is going to get really tricky to take that town hall down. Damage is coming in. First invisibility spell is getting used, and now he's trying to support that queen with more loot and already starting with the Lalo on the other side. This is insane multitasking.
Wow, he just now burns the queen ability, but we found a ground skeleton and the defending king that's going to stop this queen before she's going to step into the town hall. The Lalo's already moving through with the balloons, trying to path their way to the top side. The warded ability goes off. The queen dies. She's not able to take out the town hall. And the royal champion, where does he? Okay, he sends a few back in balloons to try to secure the town hall. Drop the haste, uses a free spell. Oh, there's another haste onto the town hall, so he secures the 2-star. But we have another defense here for Chasmac Gaming. Look at this. This is Ghost Base. And Chasmac, their defenses are coming in strong.
Yeah, I was talking about the defensive side of the game before this match as well, and it was so close to being a 1-star. But again, it's not only a low percentage 2-star, it's again below this 90% mark, and this is so incredible. Both attacks so far for Badzinger did not work. This is just impressive base building from Chasmac so far, and not only the defense is looking strong, but their offense as well is looking really, really good for them in this match. So cannot wait to see what they're bringing in next strategy-wise, because we have seen a couple of Super Witch attacks from them during the ESS Snapdragon, which I feel like is always really surprising to see, because Super Witches, the last level which they got was Town Hall 12, which is crazy to me that they're still somewhat viable on Town Hall 14, which makes them even more scarier.
Yeah, it's incredible. And the thing with Super Witches is you have to worry about time, right? Super Witches can result in a lot of time fails if you don't know how to use them properly. So a lot of times people either can swap Super Witches, they maybe go with Super Bowlers as also another strong attack that can be used. Super Bowlers a little bit quicker because they can get those skips if it's got the perfect angle as you move your way through. But some other attacks that we would like to see maybe with some Hog Riders. We don't typically say that all too much, but we're going back to the air with the Queen Charge Lalo. And Pevu wants to bring one invisibility to help potentially protect your Queen through a charge, or even to help reroute the Queen if she's going the wrong way. But it looks like this Queen is going to make her way closer towards this Town Hall as the right side's funneled a little bit.
Yeah, Queen slowly making her way into the Town Hall, but with those walls around that Town Hall, it's going to be really hard to reach that single firm tower. So maybe he's relying on the Flame Flinger to take that out. That might be the go-to strategy for this one. But so far, the Queen has to still go through a lot of storages, but is tanking the ground expo nicely, so this Flame Flinger does not have to worry about anything. Now, the question is about the range and what the next target is going to be for the Flame Flinger.
Yeah, that Flame Flinger securing the scatter shot. Then can move into the bomb tower. The Rage is down onto his Queen, charging into the Town Hall. There is the freeze on the Town Hall and the Ground Expo with a balloon, trying to pull some traps, but the Town Hall has been secured, luring out the CC of Super Minions, Archers, and he has the Headhunter. There's the freeze to try to keep this Queen moving through. The Town Hall Poison is going to slow his Queen down quite a bit, but she's not stepping in it just yet. Finally now does. Needs to keep this Queen alive through the single target Inferno, as the King is now trying to path his way in towards the bottom side near that defending Queen.
Yeah, the Flame Flinger is still shooting that Queen, is getting targeted now by that single Inferno tower. A nice invisibility spell is keeping her alive. Now this Flame Flinger does not really know where to go. King is breaking through the wall towards the Ground Expo, and the Lalo is starting. He has not even deployed Warden just yet. That is getting added to the Lalo now. Those heroes are still alive. The Queen Charge is still going. The Royal Champion still in the mix. The King is still there, taking the scatter. This is looking impressive.
This is, as he's moving his way through, the Royal Champion goes to the scatter shot to take that down. Her ability's already been forced, but he's got the balloons making their way into the Eagle. The Queen is locking on and takes out the multi perfectly just before it would be hitting some of the balloons, but he's pulling the traps. The Dragon Rider takes out the Sweeper. He's moving through this defending Queen, still even has, or defending King, still has his Queen ability. Trying to pass his way into the top air defense as the Dragon Rider has like almost no health, and it does eventually now get picked off. But it looks like he's got it. Do we have another 3-star coming in from Pevo of Chasmek Gaming?
What an impressive attack. I always think those Queen Charge Flame Flinger attacks, they look so cool because just the power of the siege, if you can really unlock it and get the value in, this siege feels so incredible strong. Getting this second layer scatter shot out of the way nice and early with the Queen charging into a complete different direction. That was really nicely done. And Chasmek, I mean, this match for them is looking so good. And Badzinger is, I mean, they have to go 3 out of 3 and have to hope for some incredible defenses, which at this point, I don't know if Chasmek even knows how, like, that there is another option than 3 stars in this game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The 2 fails that coming in from Marshall's Kiss Badzinger is going to be so hard to make a comeback because Chasmek, with the 3 triples coming in, just incredible. The defensive side of the game for Chasmek really is shining right now, but wow. And I'll take a look at some of the other matches because there's tons of other matches going on right now, and one that kind of was spotted, surprise to me, is Vian Tompanai is down right now in their match. The other opponent got 2 triples and Vian Tompanai has 1 fail and a triple, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. One of the top teams competing. But now Dima for Marshall's Kiss coming in with a flame flinger to the bottom side as his Queen is going to try to charge her way towards the defending King on the bottom.
And that Queen is taking so much damage in the beginning, is about to approach the defending King as well, still having to charge into that Warden. So that's a lot of damage in that first couple of seconds, but he's dealing with that nicely, not losing the Queen ability early. The Flame Flinger now is dealing with that X-Bow and then about to approach the Scatter, so still looking really good and solid when it comes down to the value, but the Queen now has to go into the right direction. Where is she? Okay, that wall break is opening an incredible wall to get that Queen into the multi, into the Warden, and she can reach just so much.
Yeah, that Queen is getting some brilliant value here. Does secure the multi-target Inferno. Now making her way to the left. Skeleton pops, taking out this Queen first, and ability is forced, and his Queen is somehow still alive. Does that go down and secures the scatter shot, and now going to keep this Queen up. Now pulls out this Clan Castle.
Yeah, Clan Castle is coming out. The Sweeper is pretty annoying right now with pushing those healers back. Eagle activated. So far, not on the healers. This is like the worst nightmare of any Queen charger, to have the Eagle locking onto the healers. But it's on the Queen, but there's a lot of damage, and it's no rages left.
Oh, that Raw Champion did not take out the scatter shot. The invisibility spell made it invisible, and now this Queen, she goes down as well as the Hound pops as the Warden is going to try to fly his way over the Town Hall.
Oh no, the freeze is missing the Town Hall. There's another freeze coming in to catch everything, but still the Town Hall has to go down. There's not too many loons. The Warden is on the outside of the Warden ability. And this could be a 1-star defense, depending on how this Dragon Rider is going to deal with that Town Hall.
Incredible. The defenses for Chasmek have just been on another level in this match. And this is not going to even get a 2-star. So Chasmek are now definitely just going to be coasting their way through the final 2 attacks for them, as they know they just have to get some simple attacks to get a victory in this match because of the fails and the 1-star now. And that is only going to put Marshall's Kiss to 5 stars, and they're going to be down by 4 with only 2 attacks left. Wow, it's definitely not their match, and definitely not living up to what we thought this match was going to be, because we were thinking, whoa, these are 2 top teams that both were out in Poland that could have gone any way, but it's just Chazmek's bases, their defenses have just thrown Marshall's Kiss for a loop here.
And I feel like it's a wise choice in this stage, maybe even the first stage, to use a lot of those legend-style bases, those box bases, for example, because we have talked about how much time those players had to put into stage 1 to actually get to this point, and that was 30 and more hours to complete all of those matches. This means it's really unlikely that those players had time to push in legends at the same time as well, which means if you put in their legend bases, maybe that's not what those teams are familiar with, and so far this is really paying off this strategy for Chazmek. 3 attacks on their bases, 3 defenses. I mean, if you look that, then I feel like Town of 14 needs a buff.
Right? Look at it like that indeed. But as the Ghost comes in with the Blimp Super Minions to try to secure the Town Hall, and he wants that single target Inferno. And yes, the single goes down, gets incredible value, pulls some traps as well, and even activates the Tornado Trap on top of that as he lures this Clan Castle up to the Dragons. He does have a poison spell, which he could send onto the Super Minions if he wants, but let's see if he even decides to do that. As the Warden is down. The Warden took quite a bit of damage from the Headhunters there.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage on that Warden, especially now with the splash of the Scatter. He has to be careful if he wants to delay that. Now the Warden ability to block all of the damage. Eagle shots and the defending Queen, all of the damage is getting blocked. That was a really nice Warden ability with the King and the Queen pushing in from the far right side, trying to keep those Dragons in the core, make sure they can go from defense to defense.
Yeah, with the Dragons moving their way through all the way to the defending King. Queen's making her way up and around, still has the King and Queen ability in deck. We do have the Raw Champion, maybe to send her over on the far left once that X-Spell goes down. I mean, he's going to be patient, decides not to do that. Maybe he wants to use that King ability to provide that distraction. But these Dragons are getting picked off really quickly as he loses this momentum through there. Now he's going to rely on his heroes with some extra spells. They're going to have to finish off this base.
Yeah, we know how strong heroes are, but this is going to be a true challenge for them. He has a couple of spells which he can use. The Queen is coming back with her ability. A nice freeze, keeping that Royal Champion safe. The poison is getting used to make sure the defending Royal Champions can not deal the damage which he needs to. Royal Champion ability is in. He has the 1 invisibility spell, but the double skeleton trap, Calvin, that could be the game changer.
It could be, as the Raw Champion's ability's been utilized, trying to make her way around. She does jump the wall, grabs the multi-target Inferno, makes her invisible. Queen's ability is going to have to go off. Multi is taken out. Now it's going to come down. Can he make his way through these final defenses? Oh, that double Archer Tower doing so much damage, taking down his RC with only 20 seconds left. But the problem is the cannon and the Archer Tower are going to pick off his Queen. And we've got ourselves the first defense for Marshall's Kiss against Chazmek.
The first defense, but it seems like it's just too late to somehow still have some impact on the match, especially considering that we have seen the 1-star for Marshall's Kiss. Now, at this point, the question is this keep going? Can they get at least 1 3-star in this match? That's the big question to me. And at the same time, I mean, this match already feels lost. As long as no crazy things are happening, it's already lost. So we have to already think 1 step ahead. Like, what is going to happen next for those 2 teams? I think Chazmek are going to feel great, and they're going to have some fun then in the upper bracket. But Badzinger or Marshall's Kiss, they really have to try to somehow build up momentum again to really try to protect this bottom bracket to survive in there, because every team has 1 chance, but only this 1 chance and no other anymore, and that's it.
Yeah, with it being double elimination, you can lose your first match and still make your way through, but it's going to be a very hard road. And I've got some updates on some other teams, and another well-known team right now is Time to Throw. Many want to know They are currently down in their match against No Chance Ice. So they do have 2 fails against them. So we'll have to keep our eye on that as Hugo Stiglitz is coming in with a Blizzard. Wait, no. I was going to say, is it a Blizzard Lalo? No, it's going to be the clone up Super Minions to help try to take out. I would assume he wants to grab the Town Hall with that, but he's not even going for the single right now.
Oh no, not the invisibility spell is getting used. The single front tower is going down, but you said it. This Town Hall is not going down, and that's the important thing over there, to try to defend that. He has now to somehow, get his heroes towards that Town Hall, but so far he's funneling his queen away from the Town Hall with using the sneaky goblin over there to get into that scatter on the far right side. He has the wall breaker. The question is, does he want to Lalo through the Town Hall? Is that his plan?
I guess that might be, because it looks like this queen's pathing is going to make her go towards the bottom side to the right by the scatter shot with the baby dragon, kind of helping with a little bit of that funnel, because I would assume that Hugo wanted that Town Hall, but now that's staying up, the king and queen are going to make their way into the scatter shot. They know that this war is out of reach for them, especially with all the triples that have come in. But they still want to add to potential stars, right? At the end of the day, who knows in terms of what tiebreakers could take effect. So you need to get as many 3 stars as possible to have your chance. As this king's ability goes off to take out the scatter shot, taking out the mortar, does lure out the lava hound as his royal champion does come in. And now the Lalo will have to secure the Town Hall at this point.
Yeah, the Lalo has to keep... Oh, wait. What?
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
I mean, he is going full risky mode with approaching from the other side of the Town Hall, going against 2 sweepers, going against the core multi-front tower, and using the warden ability early. Okay, this attack is an all-or-nothing attack on this one. He's just going all in. With the queen ability still there, with the royal champ ability still there though, so maybe those can carry to get him the 2nd star, maybe even the 3 star.
I mean, he's got the balloons pathing their way to the Town Hall. No more freeze. Finds a tornado trap. Tons of balloons making their way up and around. RC ability goes off, but he's not to the town. That Town Hall is like no health. Warden, just turn around, snipe it. Snipe before the balloons get there. They're gonna. Oh, the warden goes down. But the balloons do secure the Town Hall, but not going to secure the 3 star here. Unfortunate for Hugo. And it's just not Marshall's Kiss's war. Like, to think that they have to get a 3 star just to put them to a 10 star overall in this match, that is no way going to win you a match at this stage of the competition against your opponent. And Itsu, right now I'm looking at some of the stats, and VN Tompanai has a chance. Almost, they might just get perfected. There's 4 triples against them, and they have a fail. So we might see a VN Tompanai, one of the teams. They might lose. Oh man, wow.
Yeah, a lot of surprises maybe already in the first round, and that would be a lot of big names then in the lower bracket. I mean, some of those had to go down because we had those first matches already in the first round happening. But that's some crazy things happening. But I think we are in the next attack, which means we have Lexnos in with Queen George, which his favorite strategy is. He's bringing the Dragon Rider to the mix as well.
Now with this queen charge towards maybe the eagle or to the scatter, he's got a log launcher. He loves to use the strategy to path his way all the way through the base. He's being very patient with these healers. Finally deploys them onto his queen as she's going to make her way to the right side, or is she going to go... Wait. She walks her way... Oh no, her ability was forced. She walks her way into the builder hut. She's going to the right side. King's ability goes off already as his log launcher is going to try to take out the sweeper and the multi in the middle of the space.
Yeah, trying to take down this multi-inferno tower while this queen then going all the way to that town hall. He has to use the freeze and the... Oh, those super minions are wrecking that siege machine. So now Max has to somehow work around that problem with the Mohd Anuar tower going down. So that's at least one problem less.
Yeah, that's good. But he uses this rage to keep the queen ability intact. Or no, not in queen ability. Just keep the queen ability intact alive because the ability has already been forced early. He's dealing with the enemy queen. Hang on. Does he have to use a freeze? Oh, head under. Sneaks in, but gets sprung just like that. Needs to continue this queen all the way to this town hall. Needs to invest the spells as the Warden, Dragon Riders, World Champion, and Balloons are all coming in with the early Warden ability to try and help protect them through a Tesla farm that just pops up.
Yeah, Queen's here breaking through that wall. It takes... Oh, he turns the Dragon Rider invisible to take that Mohd Anuar tower down, but this queen has to get the second star, and this queen still has to go inside. She might go around the outside, and that would be a huge problem.
Oh, no, but she does have her way right in. You would think the queen may just decide to go do her own thing on the outside, but no. She steps in, grabs the town hall, secures the 2-star just like that, but I think this is going to be more than just a 2-star. It's looking like it's going to be a 3-star. Can save those balloons. Nope. Doesn't want to save for the Archer Tower because we do have the storage to the top side. Needs to get that cleanup down. It's all about time at this point as do we have a 14-star performance from Chazmac Gaming with 20 seconds left? But they knew before this attack was going in that they already locked it up. They already had the victory. So GG to Chazmac, well done, and it is a 3-star for Lexnos, and Chazmac Gaming will be advancing to the next round here in the upper bracket. We do have the one final attack coming in from Marshall's Kiss, but moving in through the upper bracket, if you win 3 matches in a row to start, you will advance to the next stage of the competition, which will be the Swiss stage. And then after the Swiss stage, it goes back to another double elimination to finally give the 4 golden tickets away who are going to be competing in person in the World Finals in Helsinki. That's going to be amazing. Cannot wait for that. But, man, this match was just completely one-sided here.
Yeah, I mean, that was really true domination. And I feel like for Chazmac, that's a really nice momentum then to move on into the upper bracket. In the upper bracket, I think you have to win 3 matches. And then you're already through. Then you're already to the next stage. While for Marshall's Kids, in the lower bracket now, this needs to be a crazy run. And we see another box base. Well, everyone, get ready. Copy those bases because you will see them a ton in Legends. And if you want to practice on them, you should for sure copy them somewhere because, oh boy, I do not want to attack those. So that's that's not nice looking bases at all.
Not at all, as we have a single target Inferno right behind this Town Hall. Makes the Town Hall invisible to push this queen in towards the ground expo. So it looks like he did this on purpose to avoid the Town Hall as he wants to keep this queen alive with the Hog pulling out an Ice Golem and Lava Hound. And a Wall Break is trying to sneak its way in and not going to... did he try to... Oh, maybe he wanted to target the cannon or something to continue the queen to go that way. The Wall Break targeted right by the clan castle.
Yeah, he's now at least trying to force that queen somehow back towards that town hall with using the hybrid really early on. The eagle shots are coming as well. The bomb tower is there. But the king with that scatter together should tank that defending scatter shots nicely. So the attack plan looks great, but that queen, she has to go back. She has to go back to the town hall. So now she's going for the next useless wall. Queen, come on, get a brain, go for that town hall, and don't go for that wall.
Wow, with the freeze coming in onto the tunnel and the single, we have the Hogs moving their way past the scatter shot, trying to get into there as the queen does loop her way back towards the tunnel compartment. This defending queen is doing a ton of damage onto his troops, finally takes her down. Queen's got ability. A few Hog Riders left, but they're getting picked off, and it's looking like we have another defense here for Chazmac Gaming, as these balloons are wiping out, and this queen won't be able to finish this base off, I don't think.
No, this is not going to be enough, especially with the time as well ticking. This is just too many defenses, too many buildings, too many hit points being on the board at the moment for this attack. And I mean, when did we see this the last time? I mean, 5 attacks, 9 stars. This is just incredible.
Wow.
And I mean, we for sure need to check out the next couple of matches from Chessmag.
Yeah.
If their defenses keep looking like this, or if there is somewhat a mix or something happening, because that was just madness on the defensive side.
Yeah. Absolute madness. It was completely one-sided war. So forgive us, we're gonna be like looking on our screen because we have some other wars to update you on. And V and Top and I just lost because they gave up a perfect war against their opponents. But another match that's like crazy is King of Kings taking on Vengeful Noobs, and that match is about to be potentially a perfect war as well, coming down to time. Time to Throw has also lost to No Chance Ice, as No Chance Ice has just put up 14-star performance against them. Wow, we're going to be updating you guys throughout so many more matches, but this is going to be a wild day of action here between all these teams. And remember, if you guys want any updates on your clan, be sure to let us know down in the chat so that we can see live what you guys want to see. We'll try to update you. And of course, the bracket is live in game where you guys can follow along. There's a little icon on the right side, but man, I cannot wait for the rest of the matches to come here, Itsu.
Yeah, I mean, that was just the first match of the day, right? We have still way more matches, and especially as soon as we're getting more into the lower bracket matches, that's where then the drama starts, because this means those teams are not part then of the Clash of Clans World Championship of 2022, and that is obviously what all of those teams are aiming for. This is what they have played for the entire year of trying in those different cups so far, getting the golden ticket, and now in this this 4-stage tournament to get the last 4 golden tickets. And for Badzinger, they're one step closer to dropping out. They really need to concentrate and to somehow have a chance of staying in this.
Yeah, you really have to focus in the lower bracket. Some more stats are coming in. Space Station, the #1 overall seed, who went a 60-0 through the ladder phase. Well, they're keeping that streak going as they just put up a perfect war against Clash of Clans. So they will be continuing through the upper bracket as well. Queen Walkers, a lot of fan favorites. They also just put up a perfect war against NGT Legends. And that Vengeful Noobs, they put up a perfect war against King of Kings, who came short. 14 stars for them. So we've got already quite a bit of perfect wars so far. And we just saw now Marcos Gaming just lost to Valor Gaming, who Marcos Gaming only put up 11 stars. So a low performance from them. They were a team that came one match away from potentially defeating Strut to get a golden ticket. Now they're going to be in the lower bracket trying to fight for their lives.
Yeah, this is for all of those teams who are losing, then it's really fighting for their life in this tournament. It's not going to be easy, but quite interesting to see that so many other teams or so many other matches ended with a 15 war. And it seems like our match really had not the same average stars as some of the other matches had. So it's a big surprise to me still. And I'm looking forward to see then the other teams performing later on, because we have said every team kind of has this one chance of having one shaky match, but that's it. I mean, you have one match which you can struggle a little bit, lose in the end, but that's it. No second chance to that then, and this is what those teams have to deal with.
Yeah, no second chances down in that lower bracket. And if you're curious, what is the next stage after the double elimination? Well, that's going to be the Swiss bracket. It's kind of you win 3, you advance, you lose 3 in that, and you're out. So it's not another double elimination after that. It'll be double elimination now, then a Swiss bracket, then another double elimination. So you can see how much you have to really go through and prove that you deserve that golden ticket. So anybody that gets the 4 golden tickets, you definitely could say they deserved it, making it their way through. as you have multiple opportunities, and in the lower bracket now, you lose, you're done. So the pressure mounts even more. But I was really surprised. Chasmek really came out strong in this match. We talked about their defenses, and their defenses shined so much right here. And I was just, I guess, also more surprised that Badzinger and Marshall's Kiss, they just underperformed. I thought they would do definitely a lot better than how they came in with the 1-star, couple more than just a couple fails, right? A very low scoring war. Do you think they have what it takes to turn that around, completely forget about what just happened, and focus on the next match?
I mean, it's a tough call, but I'm already like, that's why we both check our different screens, because we have so many matches happening at the same time. I already was trying to check out what the possible opponents look like for Marshall, Kiss, and Chasmek, and then Chasmek has to play the winner of Blind Esports versus Team Sky, and well, the loser of that match has to play versus Marshall's Kiss. So not two teams which are on the same level based on how big their name is, but I'm looking forward to, as I said earlier, to maybe see some underdog shine. I mean, we have seen now that some teams with big names maybe not perform as good as we expect them to perform. At the same time, though, maybe we have some other teams performing or overperforming as underdogs. And I think that's always the cool thing about those open formats, to really give them the opportunity, Carbon.
Absolutely. The opportunity is there, and they're all trying to take advantage of it. But we have the opportunity now to bring back Susie here to the casting group, casting desk here online. Welcome back, Susie. What an incredible set of matches. I know you were watching behind the scenes of all the scores going through. Was there any more matches that you wanted to bring us and update us on here as we were watching that latest war of Marshall's Kiss and Chasmek?
Wow, I'm really happy to be back, especially like I was first watching the war between Marshall Kiss and CMG, like the CMG defense. I am impressed. They work so hard, but also had the eyes on the other wars. We saw so many perfect wars. It feels like you have to hit something above 14 stars, you know? You really need to go with the 14 stars if you want to have chance. Like B and Tompi now lost. They hit the 14 stars and they are moving to the lower bracket. And we saw so many perfect wars, but also we have some 1-star. But I'm really surprised with the Marcos Gaming. It was a very low star war. Carbon.
Yeah, indeed. A low star war, only 11 stars that came in from Marcos Gaming. So they're going to be pushed down to the lower bracket to try to keep their hopes of a golden ticket alive. And all the teams, the 4X team, MS eSports, Tribe Gaming, and Strut, you may all wonder, where are they? Well, they're not playing because they already have a golden ticket. So they're all at home, got their feet kicked up, and they're just watching all of the madness unfold between these teams, trying to compete against them in the World Finals. But yeah, we've got so many more matches to come, and I just wonder what match we're going to have to pick a match. And is there any other the team that you think we should maybe go watch? Or we haven't decided just yet, but is there any in terms of teams that you have on the radar, Itsu, that potentially could be good teams or matches, either in the upper bracket, lower bracket, that we may just, because no teams eliminate just yet, they just will be in the lower bracket if they've lost?
Yeah, I had 2 matches on my radar. I think one of the matches only though is happening, so I feel like that's what we're going to watch.
Okay.
I had Queen Walker Stephanie versus Entropy, and so far it seems like both of those teams won. Queen Walker Stephanie with those 15 stars. The other match would have been Vanguard Gaming versus Marcos Gaming, but as you guys already pointed out, that sadly Marcos Gaming did not deliver as we were kind of expecting them. I don't know about Vanguard. Maybe that match is happening in the lower bracket. But I feel like with Queen Walkers being such a big fan favorite, this is really the match to watch, because I think that's going to be a great showdown between 2 teams which really put a lot of work into the preparation in this one.
Yeah, definitely a lot of preparation going in for all these teams and all these matches as well. But Susie, in terms of, you talked about the performance and you were impressed about Chasmek. Was there anything that you were just surprised about Badzinger and Marshall's Kiss in the latest match? Obviously, they didn't get the stars, but they have to put up 14 stars, as you were pointing out, that 14 stars might just not be enough to get a victory, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm very impressed with the Hugo hit. Like, that he went with the Lalo against 2 sweepers, and we were ending on the town hall. Like, we had saw so many situations when Marshall Case was a little bit struggling to take down the town hall, and that also that one star happened. But this is why I love the double elimination bracket. Yeah, they have tough performance right now, but you know, they have experience. They were in this kind of situation where they didn't have good work. But now they have to focus, you know, clear the mind. This is their last chance. They are in that lower bracket and they have to try their best. But as it's to say, we will be covering that Entropy versus Kingwalkers. I can give you update how the Entropy war go. So Entropy won against Ginseng Clash 13-12. They hit a 3 star. They have high percent 2-star 96% here. RPG also get the win here, Carbon.
Wow, that is some really interesting stats. And I was looking at the bracket as well. Another match between, I think, some clan families is No Chance Ice is going up against No Chance Black. So those two teams are going to be facing off against each other in the upper bracket in round 2. And then the winner of that match could play the winner of either Space Station and Born for War. So we've got incredible stuff underway. And Queen Walker's Entropy, of course, that would be an incredible match. So if we were to go watch that one, Itsu, what players on both sides should we keep our eye on?
I mean, come on Queen Walker's side, it's hard to pick which player you should keep an eye on. I feel like every single one of them has their own star appearance. We all know them and love them already over all of the years. I mean, they have been part of the World Championship now for so long and so many times. So I feel like it's hard to pick. On the other side, since it's a German team, for me, I do not really want to pick because I know the other persons are then going to flame me. So I won't pick on that end. But I can tell you that all of them are really hungry. They're in a boot camp at the moment. So all in person together, which I feel like is always the coolest thing about Clash. If you can come together, clash together with your friends and your teammates, and that's what's all about in those competitions. But I think that match might be more close than you might think, depending on how Entropy stepped up their base speeding and their attacks. I think it's really depending on their performance. But Susie, I know you see a lot of Queen Walker matches. How do you feel about this matchup?
Yeah, I'm very excited that we are following this match because I'm following the Queen Walkers for a very long time, and I agree with you. I think so. It's gonna be close match because Entropy, yes, they hit the 13 stars, but they had a match against Ginseng Clash, which is a very strong team. So that match was tough. I'm just really curious how big influence gonna have because Queen Walker has got a perfect word. Do you think that's gonna really improve and gonna put the momentum for them more than for the Entropy, Carbon?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think Queen Walkers can keep the momentum for sure. They're definitely a really good team, but the thing is, I think there's a ton of pressure on Queen Walkers as well. A lot of people are expecting them to get a golden ticket. If they don't, if they lose and they get knocked out, they don't have a golden ticket. They were what? Runners up back-to-back wars, or not back-to-back wars, back-to-back world championships. So they want their chance at then redeeming themselves to get the championship and be crowned the champions. And if they lose this match, they would get pushed to the lower bracket. But yeah, it seems like a match like this, you have to put up a perfect war to have a chance at winning this one here. But out of the teams that all played here today, what's one team that, or maybe you could pick all four if you were kind of predicting Itsu, that you would say it's kind of looking like they may have a real good opportunity to try to get a golden ticket after all of this, through all the different stages? Is there any team that is there any team that is on your mind for that, or it could be up in the air between any one of these teams?
You're really asking me this after only one round is played and after like one of the
I've got
top
it, right?
performers so far with Badzingers putting up 9 stars, which is really showcasing that anything can happen. I mean, come on, before that I would have said like Badzinger, I mean, for sure is one of the top teams out there. I mean, Chasmic as well, but Badzinger coming up with 9 stars, that was a big surprise to me. So really looking forward to how they perform in the lower bracket. But overall, I have to say Space Station. Space Station have been so far so incredibly consistent. I mean, they had a stage 1, a ladder stage 1 run of 60 wins in a row and 0 losses. That is insane. That is impressive. So I feel like for me, Space Station really is a bit above everyone else when it comes down to my prediction. The other teams, I think there's a lot of teams on the same level. I mean, Queen Walkers is having the big name as well, but I feel like they really have to as well fight themselves to some degree. As you mentioned, with the pressure, we have seen that with Strut in the event with the ESS Snapdragon. Like they were, I mean, they were not looking that good in the beginning because I felt like they were really feeling the pressure, not only from the outside, from the viewers, but as well from themselves, because they kind of it's formed as a super team, you know? And if you're the super team, then you kind of expect yourself as well that you have this chance of getting to the golden ticket. And so far, they were not able to do so in the first 3 tries. So I think those teams which are that big, like Queen Walkers, like Strut, and everyone expect them to get the golden ticket, this is sometimes maybe not that great for them. So I feel like the pressure is really getting into their head. So I feel like Space Station is something in between. So I'm really looking forward to their performance. But Susie, how about you? Do you have maybe a team which you think is above everyone else maybe?
I would go with, I agree what you say about Queen Walkers because there is pressure on them. Like, we have the Queen Walkers in 3 World Championship, right? Like, can you imagine that World Championship without Queen Walkers? It will feel weird, you know? So they have the pressure on them, and I think so that's gonna add more and not gonna be that easy situation. But, like, I have to say that Vengeful Noobs versus King of the Kings, like, hitting 15 stars against King of the Kings, I know this guys very well, you know? That's amazing result from them. Agree, Space Station, amazing. Like, that record in the ladder was awesome, and again, they won another match. About V and Tompina, I think they come back, like they can made it to the top 16 because they are so awesome under pressure. Now this is gonna, because they are in the lower bracket, there is the pressure right now, because if you lose, you are out, right? So I think so V and Tompina can hold there and made it to the top 16. And I also have faith in the Marshall Kids, you know? They have one bad work. I don't think his CMG was amazing with the defenses, you know, but I believe that Badzinger can do it.
Okay, so that means Badzinger will have to run through the lower bracket to have a chance, and that's going to be a long way to try to make your way through. But hey, the opportunity is there. So we picked some teams that most of the community would also agree upon that would be getting a gold ticket. So now let's go to the other side of the coin, where Itsu, at the beginning of this broadcast, you talking about underdogs. So what is one underdog that maybe is not well known in the community, that maybe you had your eye on, that you would pick that have maybe a chance at getting a golden ticket? Like, yeah, they could have lost maybe the first match, maybe they have won, but is there a team that's lesser known that you would say, you know what, keep your eyes on them and you should take note?
That is so hard to tell, I feel like, because, I mean, one reason why they're underdogs is because they're not that well known. I feel like after just one round, it's really hard to pick maybe one team which overall is flying a little bit under the radar, even though they're well known, is maybe Reported. I mean, they are typically an incredible good team, which are really good on the base building side as well. So maybe they can get really far in this one. But I feel like underdog-wise, after just one round, for me personally, it's really hard to choose overall. And I have to admit that I was not able to follow the stats as much as you and Susie. So Susie, do you have any underdog picks maybe, since you followed the stats a bit more?
It's so hard to say which clan is underdog, you know? Like, like, it just like when I look at the match, just for example, SG3 Stella, winning against War and Glory. It doesn't mean that HG3 still is underdog because it's a less known name there. Like, you know, they were amazing, and they won against very strong team War and Glory, which we saw in the Poland. So I really don't know, like in this top 64, right? These teams were fighting in the ladder. So it's just showing how this competition is so strong. These teams deserve to be there because they have the skills and experience, Carbon.
Yeah, well, I think one underdog, a team that's not as well known to the majority of the community, would be No Chance Ice, as they just defeated a well-known European team of Time to Throw. So that, I would say, they were underdogs in that match, but I would say they are also a team that could make a big run. So keep your eyes on No Chance Ice, as they are going up against the Family Clan right now as No Chance Black. So that's going to be a very important war for them. So we talked about teams that we thought would get maybe some golden tickets that are well known, some teams that are underdogs as well. But now I've got kind of to switch things up in terms of, while we wait for the planning period to go, as we're a few minutes away from jumping into the next match, is we've seen the earlier teams to get the golden tickets, the 4 teams already. But back then, the meta was completely different. And the meta is going to be even different from now to the World Finals, even though we just are a few weeks away from that. But you have some playing experience, Itsu, where you've qualified in the very first qualifier, then you played in the World Championship Finals. Can you talk about your experience of how you prepared and planned for the meta shift in terms of changing overall? So I'm just curious of how you went about that and what the players nowadays would do who have already qualified.
I mean, I would say back then, at least for us, it was not. I mean, it was great to get the first golden ticket ever, but at the same time, I don't think it really helped us. I mean, back then it did not had that many tournaments in the community, so it was really hard to kind of like practice the pressure, because I feel like that is the most important thing in between of the metas. Really getting used to the pressure which you feel when you're having such an important attack to do. Because at the end of the day, as I said earlier, I feel like at the moment, every strategy can work, especially in the hands of those pro players. So you do not really have to adapt. You still use most likely your own style. So some teams are always going for Lalo, some teams like to use the dragon type of attack. So most of the time, even though the meta changes maybe a little bit, most teams stay within the range of comfort which they like. So I don't think that matters so much. It's more about the experience of having the experience with the pressure and how to handle that. I feel like that is the bigger change overall than really meta changing. At least that's how I remember it from back then.
Gotcha. Well, it's definitely really interesting to see as well. What about Susie? Do you think the we've witnessed meta changes? What do you think that the meta is going to change from now to the World Finals? Do you think we may see some teams holding back some certain strategies, or at least the teams that qualify? The teams right now, they're focused on trying to get that golden ticket even in the first place. But what are your thoughts on kind of the meta changing over time?
This is a really tough question, because teams can go two ways. They can play safe, they will go with the strategy which they are very good, or they will risk it, trying to surprise the opponent, you know? I'm just like even thinking about X Team eSport, because we know that they are using different strategies, just XBB with the valves. And I'm waiting, I am really curious, is he gonna be using the valves, or is he going to be like safe strategy? You know, but Carol, everyone is watching like their favorite teams and prediction for the wars. We are right now in the round that we're gonna start losing the first team. Do you think we're gonna see more upset or some shock? What is your opinion?
Oh, 100%. I think we are definitely going to be seeing so many upsets. And the first upset could even be VN Tampana. If they lose another match, they are going to be eliminated. But that means that we're going to have some amazing matches, as well as this next match is about to be underway. So I'm going to be stepping away. I'm going to be giving it to the both of you. So take us through this next war, and I'll be watching from the sidelines.
Yeah, give us all of those informations then later from all of those crazy matches happening at the same time. Because, I mean, we're watching now one match, Susie, but there is so many other matches happening at the same time. So I'm really excited now to see Queen Walkers. At the same time, I said, you're streaming them quite often. So are there any tendencies, any special things you would say we should take a look at when Queen Walkers is playing?
I think so. The Queen Walkers, like, especially seeing them in the previous year. But as you can see, we are already live, so I will go back to it in a second. But we have first hit kicking off from Entropy, Ring coming in here, and he will be coming with the Hydra. Very strong strategy, and we are seeing this lately a lot. So we just need to set up a simple funnel to making easy pathing for the dragons.
Yeah, that's right. The Dragon Riders. That's what Ring likes to bring to this. With the blimp. So the question is now, is he going to use that blimp during the attack with the Warden ability? Is he going to delay it? He has clone and invisibility spells in his army camp. So maybe he's going to use the Blizzard behind the town, or maybe he's going to use those super minions to clone them and make them invisible to get out of the value, freezing the sweeper. But now it's all coming down to this blimp.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this. Blimp made it and really nicely gonna clone the super minions. I think that was Tornado Trap using the raid spell, and the goal is to clear that single Inferno and of course the Town Hall. We got the Town Hall down before the dragons were in the range, so that's worked very nicely. Now we have all the big group of the dragons moving towards that last Inferno, and we are sending the Royal Champion. We still have the Poison, which we're gonna be using the Poison on the spellies, or we will be saving that for all the traps, but also with that invisibility spell, I guess we have big chance that Entropy again is gonna hit a first straight ball here.
Yeah, that's right. He has those couple of spells, but I feel like with those back-end approaches, it always depends on the traps. Like if there's now a lot of skeleton traps within that Tesla form, then this could be really bad for him. So far, nothing spotted. He's turning his Royal Champion invisible really early on. This air defense has to go down. There's the first skeleton trap. He's using the poison right away. But now he has a backhand, 2 Tesla and backhand, 2 Archer towers still left. And with only a couple of dragons, this might get tricky. But the Warden might clutch this.
Yeah, this looks like very close attack. He was really nice that he saved that poison, because we know usually there are traps around that scatter shot. We have 53 seconds, so I don't think so we have to be worried about the time. It's about, can these dragons, with the help from Warden, clear this last defensive? They are taking that Archer Tower as the dragons are targeting anything. They are not just focusing on the defenses, so they will go first for this Dark Drill and the Elixir Collector. And we have the Electro Owl with the Warden trying to take down some defenses too.
Yeah, maybe there's some Black Mines to prevent maybe a blimp or something. But maybe those traps are already triggered. There's only this one Tesla, and this Tesla is going down. This means no defenses are left, and time should be no problems either. This means Entropy are starting off strong versus Queen Walker Stephanie and getting their first 3-star on the board. And this means now, we have talked about this always, and love to bring this up with like this first versus second attack discussion, like what teams prefer better. And I feel like as long as Entropy is keeping up the pressure, that will give Queen Walkers even more pressure to handle, because as we discussed already earlier in the break, that Queen Walkers really are fan favorites. They're so well known within the community, so everyone is believing into them. Everyone believes that they are going to get this golden ticket, so they will have some extra pressure on them to handle and to deal with.
Exactly, but Entropy really have good start, just hitting, not just a 3-star, but they hit a triple against the Queen Walkers, and we just saw that in the previous war, how important is have good start, that momentum is growing, and Entropy can be happy about this. But now we have Gaku coming in, and looks like we'll be coming with the dragons again. I saw Gaku lately using the Queen Charge dragons, doing a really great job with this strategy. As you can see, deploying that Queen, finding the early Tesla farm, but immediately went with the raid spell and deploying few balls to help the Queen here. We are opening the wall, so that means the Queen can now reach the Eagle too.
Yeah, we see this quite often with a bad spell tanking an air defense and then a couple of loons sniping that air defense, which is getting used quite a bit, especially around that town hall, to prevent possible black mines hitting that blimp, because this means the most important defense at this point should go down with this safety blimp. This means there is some goblins, there is some minions in there, and there's some sneaky goblins in there, which should make sure that this town hall goes down, and exactly that is going to happen with the queen charge going so far beautifully for Gaku.
Yeah, exactly. I was a little bit scared because that queen health went down pretty quickly, especially when we hit that giant bomb. But Gaku is doing a great job. Now he was forced to use the queen ability as we are fighting the enemy king here, using the wooden ability on the dragons and the loons on the top side. Of course, he pulls enemy CCs of the poison on the super minions, but his dragons now most of them are outside of the base, so the RC is stepping in, trying to help us with that multi-inferno. But there is the problem. We still have to deal with the rest of the enemy CC. I like the pathing for the queen here. As we open the wall, she can now go for that scatter shot. RC with the shield, boom, boom, boom. Invisibility spell on her, but single inferno now. Look on the dragons too.
Yeah, that's right. That single inferno tower is really deadly versus those dragons. The freeze is in, but the dragon still going down. The warden positioning over to support that king. The warden caught inside that tornado trap. The Inferno Tower finally going down, but the question now is, in this 1 minute, is he going to able to clean this up? That's the big question, because the king is trying to do his best to finish this off, but it feels like the queen has to go through quite a few walls to reach the gold storage and the expo.
That king was amazing. Like, he got that inferno with the warden help. I didn't really feel that dragons clear a lot, so that king really was helping with this attack. But yeah, you say we have 32 seconds left. We have storage on the right and the left side, and plus we have to go for the expo. Really depends if the queen will decide to try to break like a million walls, but this one looks like we will get a shot here with the time, and probably will be first defense for Entropy too.
That's right. The rage in the end plays, but he knows this is not going to change anything anymore, and this means the first defense is in 98%. In the end, any defense, I think, in the current meta, especially if you're facing a team like Queen Walkers, is nicely taken. I think every base builder is going to be happy about any of those defenses. So now it's back to Entropy, and we might see something similar happening as in our first match, where the first attacking team is really getting the momentum, really building up the pressure, and the second attacking team really always have to run behind, because they cannot really win anymore on their own. They have to get the defense, they have to really make sure that their defense is holding, and well, at least after the first match, there is a small lead for Entropy. Question is, can they carry this now even furthermore into the second rotation of attacks?
Exactly, I just still looking at that Gaku hit, like the king and the queen really tried their best. It got so close, really needed few more seconds. But Entropy gonna be very happy about it, because even that was very high percent 2-star, it is how you say defense. We have Lelantos coming in here, and we are back with the air. We're going here with the queen charge. Dragon Riders, we were using the Blim here. If I see correctly, there are Yetis in the Blim, not using the raid spell. The Yeti mine should be able to take down that multi-inferno, and we are using the lighting spell, go for the second inferno. So I would say very nice value. We have to have a ready headhunter to help the queen with the enemy king, and looks like we will be pathing towards the town hall too.
Yeah, that's nice. Really nicely highlighted from the spectator there with the expo, that the expo was very not in range, and because this entire attack is based on lightnings, every rage counts, because he had to use the lightnings to take care of the single inferno tower, which was in that second row. So this means even less spells for the entire queen charge. Super minions are coming out, and with that being said, only one rage, 2 freezes, and 1 invisibility spell is left to place, and everything else, those Dragon Riders, the king, and the remaining heroes, they have to carry this now.
I'm a little bit worried about the queen. We are trying to funnel with the loons on that arch tower. Let's hope the queen should go in here. And while they're trying to take down the town hall with the queen charge, stepping in here with the king. King going outside of the base. He kind of ignored that scatter shot, but we have very smart Dragon Rider to trying. Now the second one trying to help as well. Royal Champion is on the eagle. But I would say not many spells left. He's still gonna be holding on the 2 freeze and invisibility spell, but the Tesla farm, enemy queen, scatter shot at back look very scary too.
Yeah, that's right. That defending queen, in combination with the Tesla form, and in combination with that own queen really taken care of. Like, this queen is now dead. He's turning the Royal Gem invisible. This attack is falling short really quickly. That means that should be the first defense for Queen Walker 70. We have talked about they need the defense as well. And so far, it seems like that they base builders are delivering nicely.
Yeah, I'm sure Queen Walkers, like other teams, were preparing for this stage, you know, practicing and getting base ready. But this is really a big defense for the Queen Walkers, because right now we are looking at the 79%. We still have some of the minions alive, like 30 seconds left. Let's see if we can hit something. 80%, but because this one is defense and will be less percent that hit from Gaku, is actually opening a door for the Queen Walkers to take the lead back.
That's right. They have to get that next attack in successfully, otherwise the lead would be still in entropy favor. And that's the thing. For now, it finishes on 80% 2-star. That's not a high percentage, especially considering that the 2-star attack from Queen Walkers was on 98%, so 18% more than the attack from Entropy, and that is already a really huge win condition, because if they're finishing on the same star count, this huge percentage lead might be a big game changer. So far, things are looking pretty decent for Queen Walkers if they can now deliver that next attack and make it successful.
Exactly, if they can hit the 3-star, we know Queen Walkers are very strong, but it's, you know, Entropy very well. So what do you think they have to do to beat clan like the Queen Walkers? What is in their mind right now? We saw that beautiful 3-star, now we hit 80% 2-star. What do you think?
I think they have to really play their own game and not really look too much at Queen Walkers, especially I feel like do not be too afraid of getting baited. I feel like this was really an out-of-the-box plan with using a Queen Charge Zap attack, which sometimes can work, but often they're quite risky because even you saw it, they're running low on power on the back end. Now we have the next attack in for Queen Walker 70. MS Stars is in, and this means it's going to be a Lalo, it's going to be a scary donut. That's what he's coming in with. Clan Castle and Inferno Tower, that is his goal.
Wow, yeah, we know that Stars is amazing with the Lalo, and he is starting with that skeleton, a bad donut, very nice value. Like, we're going for that Clan Castle and Inferno. I love to watch this strategy. It is a little bit risky because one mistake is with that invisibility spell and everything can go wrong, and after you have to kind of try to recover and still hoping that you can freeze Stars. So very strong start from Stars, and now he's coming in here with the hero die, so he's opening the and hoping that the king can get the town hall down. We are deploying that king and the real champion on the bottom side. We have the scatter shot. We are finding some traps as well, so we have few grand skellies using that poison to slow down the queen and also freeze, because we really need help and making sure this compartment will be clear.
Yeah, the freeze going down, and he's unfortunately missing that scatter or the warden. I think he tried to freeze everything together, which was not possible, and then he throws in between of everything. But the Lalo has just started, and we know Stars, he's one of the, if not the best Lalo attacker in the world, and he can save crazy attacks even if the entry is not going wrong, not going right. But I feel like everything what he wanted, he got that done with this opening. Now it's all about the Lalo. So far, the vulnerability is covering a beautiful power of his Lalo, with now the Slammer and the remaining Loons approaching that back and scatter.
Yeah, it is a little bit awkward fighting here, but I really like that the Yak with the Headhunter, they actually trigger the Tornado Trap, so that means the Loons don't have to deal with it. We still have Slammer with that big group of the Loons, and we actually will be ending on the single Inferno. And if stars gonna finish here and hit the 3-star. That's actually a table change, and that means the Qualifiers will take the lead back from Entropy after 2 attacks. Just now, just look at how many lose. That Slammer is still up. Stars is amazing Lalo attacker, and he just proved it too.
Yeah, what a beautiful attack. And this is always those attacks where you think, okay, Lalo looks so easy, I should play that as well. And then when you're trying it as well, then you're getting back to reality and knowing, wait a second, that's not as easy as players as Stars are making this look like. So really nicely done from him. And this means Queen Walkers back on top. And Entropy really now need to deliver. That's exactly now the way turned around, where the first attacking team has to make sure that they're staying at least close, because otherwise the second attacking team, in this case Queen Walkers, know already with their last attack, do we need like a 2-star 90%? Do we need like a 2-star 80%? Do we have to go for the 3-star? This is such a huge advantage if you have the possible lead with that last attack, and so far it looks good for them. We have said the same thing for Entropy after the first round of attacks, so now it's back to them to prove us wrong and maybe get the lead back.
Yeah, anything can happen. Like, we have still many attacks left. We are even on stars here. It is just a person lead here. Leo coming in here, and Lusavi will be again back with the Lalo, coming with the Queen Charge Lalo here. And we are going against Under 3 base here, Itsu.
Yeah, we have some... I'm trying to remember. I think Gaku built some similar base on his stream. I just remember that he tried to build some bases in his stream, and I think it looks at least a little bit similar to what he built there, because he built a diamond base as well. So you should for sure check his stream out when he is on Twitch and building bases live, and everything looks really, really cool, or doing his legend attacks. But back to the attack, Leo is in with those Queen Charge attacks, and he's playing this strategy as well in Legends. With pretty good success around the 6,000 trophy mark, so not too low, trying to charge into this channel, with most likely then breaking into the Queen compartment and the Mohd Anuar-1400 compartment to be able to reach everything. And there's the wall breaker going. Oh, those Loon!
Wow, very nice value here, and look at that super wall breaker. So Queen actually also has the access for that Inferno, and if she actually will go inside the compartment, she can still keep patting towards that scatter shot. I have to say, this one was amazing funnel to get the Queen there, and that wall breaker was awesome as well. Right now we have these 2 multis, so the Queen can handle it. She's going correct way. She's even triggering the tornado trap, so that's a little bit worried me. Will she start moving towards the town hall?
No, the worst thing ever happened. The Eagle is onto the healers. They're shooting on, oh no, 1 red mine or the Inferno Tower, and those healers are gone. This is not looking good for Leo at this point. Queen went wrong as well. She's not getting the value she was supposed to in the core. Instead, now she's stepping into the Town of Poison. She's luring those healers into the Town of Poison, into the Mohd Anuar-1400 Tower as well. And things went from really good looking to really bad for him in this attack. And Tornado Trap was just a huge game changer. The Slammer coming in with that Royal Gem. There's just too much base left, it feels like.
Yeah, exactly. That tornado was amazing. Like, pushing the Queen going wrong way. He tried to save it because he started a Lalo earlier to push the Queen back, but sadly it didn't work. Royal Champion went with the shield here. Still have 2 multis. We are using the invisibility spell, but RC coming outside of the invisibility spell. Now she is back. We have 1 Dragon Rider to helping her. We are deploying some of the loons. Do we have the chance here? RC is taking down that Warden. No, she needed 2 more hits. It's
Oh no, that Warden. And the Warden now go down from the minions, but this Beater Hut is trying to repair it. The Queen going down versus the Mortar, and this means this Warden staying alive is the game changer for Gaku on defense on this one. It was a beautiful try to somehow save this attack, but it was just not possible. This 1 Tornado Trap, complete game changer on this Queen Charge. And this means Leo falling short, 91% 2-star. But again, that's a really solid defense for Queen Walkers, especially considering that they have already the percentage lead. And now it's back again to them. If they're 3-star now, they have percentage and star lead, and that would be incredible after just 3 attacks.
Exactly, like it's just showing like that one tornado, that one trap can change the attack here. I have to give Leo respect there. Like he really tried to recover that. It was looking so close that he actually can hit the 3-star that Royal Champion almost got the Warden, but sadly wasn't enough. I even saw the archers hitting that Warden, it just wasn't enough. So very nice try from Leo. But how you say it's Queenwalkers have now a really strong lead here.
Yeah, they're looking really good in this current position, but again, they need to make use of that. If they would be able to get the next 3-star, this would be a prime position to go into the last 4 attacks of this match. This is what they would look for. And we have Kazuma in with the Queen Charge Lalo. Bringing again a couple of Super Barbarians, but he has Sneaky Goblins in his army composition as well, which means no Super Wall Breakers. That's typically what we see a lot from those pros. But with using Super Barbarians and Sneaky Goblins, this means no room for those Super Wall Breakers, and he just wants to charge the entire base without breaking the base at all.
Yeah, but we are bringing that log launcher, so probably log launcher gonna be opening some walls. A nice Kokoloon, finding that Seeking Airmine, the Kazuma lately, like showing some amazing attacks. I saw some when something went wrong, and he was able to still bring the 3-star. So very excited for this hit to watch. So it's simple, just fighting the enemy king here. So the queen is fine. We pull some of the CC with that loon, but it looks like that lava still gonna be inside the enemy clan castle. And we will see what we'll be doing next. Alright, so the rest of the CC coming out. Alright, poison, queen gonna be log on it. I'm just curious if we're gonna deploy the king here for that scatter shot. Looks like that is too.
Yeah, the lock launcher now coming in, but lock launcher. Wait, I'm just so confused right now. I feel like the queen was not supposed to walk into this compartment. Based on how he's using the lock launcher, it feels like the queen was supposed to go into the eagle compartment and walk this entire side, because he's right now really trying to push this queen back, but it's not working. The queen is not going on this wall, which she's supposed to. Now he needs to save this. Now he needs to somehow save this, already investing the siege. 3 of those 4 heroes. Now it's all about that town hall, with trying to take that out next.
Yeah, I think so. You are really right here. Like, wow, that single Inferno, that log launcher, got the first one and almost got the second one. Like, that single Inferno is so low health. I was hoping if the Yeti mites can reach it, but now that can be problem. We are starting with the Lalo. Actually, his king is still keep going. Single Inferno went down thanks to the Royal Champion and the loons. Wooden ability use, using this haste, pushing these loons away from the poison. Queen still has the ability and also healer. So even that the queen went the wrong way, I think so there is chance that he can recover. I really like the raid spell and the free spell in that corner at the 9 o'clock. Me too.
Yeah, and what an impressive recovery. I would love to have like an interview after this attack with him, because I really don't think this was planned. I mean, this attack feels like completely improvised, but Kazuma making things look easy with that Lalo into the town hall. Nicely using the lava hound to trigger the tornado trap behind the town hall. Really make sure that those loons can move through the town hall without any problems with using a nice haste over there. Nicely done. And that means now the really one-sided lead for Queen Walkers. And it's back to Entropy to make this match close. It's up to them to really get the next 3-star in, and up to Queen Walkers to kind of mess up.
Yeah, it's just like I still are in shock from Kazuma, because we actually end on the eagle, you know, the eagle was up all raid, and he's like challenging clouds and stars, you know, because Kazuma is new to the Queen Walkers. But look at his attack, the recovery was amazing. But it is time for the Entropy. I think so it is adding more pressure, but the good news, this one is much in the top bracket, so even if something will go wrong, they're still gonna get a second shot. But still focusing on these final attacks, keep hitting the 3-stars. How you say, we never know, maybe Queen Walker is gonna make the mistake, we saw some 1-star, or anything can happen. So Bully coming in here, Itsu.
Yeah, Bully is in, and that is going to be a mass Dragon Rider attack. Okay, I did not expect that one. We have 7 Lightnings and 7 Dragon Riders. Okay. I kind of want to see what, I mean, he's going to lightning the Scatter and Expo, right? No, he's lightning behind the Town Hall to make sure that this Flameflinger can take down the Town Hall and is giving her Flameflinger all the time. No, he's using the heroes for the Town Hall. I mean, I'm just confused at this point what exactly he is trying to get and where the Flameflinger is coming in.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Like we are sending the or using the 7 Dragon Riders without that Inferno behind the Town Hall, and we coming with the Queen. It looks like the plan with the Queen is to take down the Town Hall. Now the Royal Champion will be joining the King on the top side. You can see that King ability was already used, so RC is alone there. I don't know if the Queen can do it. We use the invisibility spell, but she is being distracted by the buildings around, so he has to invest another spells here, pulling the CC and still waiting for that Flameflinger too.
Yeah, waiting for the Flameflinger. I guess he's going to switch that maybe to a Slammer or something, because at this stage, after like 1 minute already into the attack, I highly doubt that this is going to be a Flameflinger attack. We have now the Loons in, Dragon Riders are in as well, and this means now they have to carry. And so far, still no switch in the now he switched to the Slammer, and he's coming in from the far right side, right into that air defense.
Yeah, this is looking rough here, because like we're gonna have the Eagle again up for a long time. I still see the enemy Royal Champion alive. I don't see if we have any headhunters for her. Looks like we're going here with the skeleton spell, because we know the Dragon Riders are not targeting the heroes or any other buildings. They're just going for the defenses. These Dragon Riders are picking up all these seeking air mines, so we are down to them, like I think so only 2 of them. Eagle now coming down. We have enemy lava here as well. I'm not sure it's too.
Yeah, this attack really quickly falls short, and the value which he got with that lightning, I am not sure. He used the lightning, if I remember correctly, for the Inferno Tower and for a ground expo, which I could fully understand if the follow-up would be the Flameflinger for the Town Hall. But sending his heroes in after that, I am not sure. I mean, it was meant to be for pathing, but I just feel like it was not enough value just for pathing, investing so many lightnings. In the end, just paid not off. And this is another defense for Queen Walkers, and we really see that some of those teams shining with their base building. We have seen now Chasmac with their box bases doing incredible work on defense. At the same time, we see now Queen Walker Stephanie with a really solid defense as well versus Entropy.
Yeah, exactly. And we were talking about other teams. I have chance to look at some stats. We were talking about Chasmac. Chasmac actually is now facing Blind eSport, and looks like the Blind eSport has the percent lead against them. RPG doing a really great job already with the 3 triples there, and they also got like 1-star defense.
Yeah, some of those teams are really shining at the moment. I'm looking forward to see the updated bracket after that match to see all of those other results, because we have still so many matches happening at the same time. But don't worry, we're going to keep you updated. We're going to have like a small discussion then with Carbon after that match. But for now, Queen Walkers are in the lead, and they're up next. They can really make this match now their match with having another 3-star. And we should have the man, the myth, the legend next. Klaus should hit next for Queen Walkers. I'm looking forward to see if he's going crazy mode or not. And let's take a look at the army. It is going to be 30 Loons and quite a lot of different spells with 5 freezes.
Yeah, he really loved to bring the heal spell for the Lalo lately. So I think Klaus is really good with the Lalo, like, you know, like hero dive, and after just smashing with the Lalo here. So we are starting here with just small funnel. Looks like we are using the bowler here to clearing that bottom side. There is some action on the top using the rocket balloons to snipe that air defense, and we are using is that the lock launcher? We'll see. So far just funnel. King is now coming in. Where is that air defense and also the eagle? We have ground expo targeting poor king. Now sending that headhunter as we have to fight the enemy king, and the queen is stepping in. She should start patting towards at 9 o'clock. She can get very nice value because there is the enemy queen and also the scattershot too.
Yeah, the scatter, but the lock launcher is down as well to take down this multi-inferno tower, while the queen is on her way to the scatter, as you said. Defending queen has to be taken care of as well. He is having the logs rolling. But now there is this assassin lava hound onto the lock launcher. The question is the inferno tower going down? And yes, it's going down, the same as the scatter.
Nice job with that RC shield, boom, 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 clearing these Teslas. That log launcher was able to clear that core, but sadly now, I wish these Yetis were patting towards that single Inferno. We cleared like 40% of the base, so that means there is still a lot of work for the Lalo, but when we look at the bar, we are bringing quite a lot of spells, so we are just using that haste spell to fixing the patting on the left side, wooden ability catching all these loons which were over the town hall, taking down the second Inferno. I'm probably gonna be healing front of that multi-Inferno, starting with the rest of the loans, going clear that 3 o'clock corner itself.
That's right. With that Lalo coming in, and not that much splash left, but this multi-inferno tower is really looking like a big threat. Another freeze. He has so many freezes, as we have said in the beginning, but still he has to get this inferno tower out of the way. Multi-inferno tower is staying alive and keep going at those loons. Another freeze invested, which means no spells left at this stage. And the warden going down soon as well, because there is no hit points, and those loons are now missing a lot of hit points from the warden aura.
I'm not very worried because these loons are dropping in front of the multi-inferno. Alright, they were able to get it. Now we have 20 seconds. We have still enemy lava. I'm really curious if these minions gonna split. Are we gonna have enough minions on the storages? Luckily that gold storage is not full health. We are on 8 seconds left. Moons and the minions together taking out the last building, and it is another 3-star for Queen Walker Stephanie. You know what I noticed? Like, he always bring like 3-4 headhunters, barely using them. Even just now, like he sent them like almost like last second of it. So can you tell us how important are the headhunters? Are they worth it to bring them, or you know, are you risking with the skeleton spell, or just hoping that some of the troops gonna attack the enemy heroes?
I mean, I had a huge discussion with Maxi about this at some point, and he's a huge fan of the cleanup headhunter. So who knows? Maybe Klaus likes to use them as cleanup as well. But overall, it's a solid cleanup troop because it can jump over walls. Not really dealing the most damage, I guess, but it's nice to have them. I mean, so far it has worked out great because only 2% are missing for Queen Walkers to be perfect in this match. They had 198, otherwise so far only 3 stars. And it's back to Entropy, who tried to get their second 3-star on the board, and they're back to Dragons and Dragon Riders. It seems like, again, another clone super minion blip, if I'm correct.
Yeah, exactly. Even that Entropy looks like they're not gonna get a win here for the Queen Walkers. It's still very important to keep adding the 3-star because it's also boosting the confidence for the players, you know. They will have to now move to the lower bracket and they have to go with the good mind, you know, like, we can do it, but let's see, was that enough value here? So we got the town hall down, we were actually doing the blizzard here, and we cleared few defenses around. If I'm correct, we also took down the enemy queen, and not just we took down the town hall, but also setting up a pathing for the dragons. King and the queen is now paneling the left side. We don't have to fight that first sweeper and freezing that freezing the air defense too.
Yeah, freezing the air defense, trying to push those dragons through into the core to give them all the opportunity to carry this attack. The queen is pushing them back into this, but the sweeper looking quite annoying. The warden ability is in, and that warden ability was beautiful, catching all of those dragons. This sweeper is really pushing them away from this backhand. Now the black mines and red mines are hitting, and into the splash of the scatter, those dragons are just disappearing one by one so quickly.
Yeah, both scatter shot hitting that he's like trying to use the invisibility spell, trying to take care of that one scatter. Like he already have Royal Champion on the Eagle, but in this stage we have like 2 free spell. Of course we have the enemy Royal Champion still alive, so he decided to freeze that enemy RC and letting the Dragon to deal with her. That's gonna be huge help for his Royal Champion. So 1 minute left, RC with the shielder, boom boom boom, sniping that archer tower, X-bow is almost gone, that cannon is like 1 hit. Really depends how many traps gonna be around that scatter. I think so we will be short here, Itsu.
Yeah, we will be short on this one as well. So far, Entropy really struggling. They're finishing on 11 stars, it seems like, while Queen Walkers are already on those 11 stars with only 4 attacks. So really not the showing Entropy was hoping for. But as we have said earlier, those teams have a second chance. They have like a second life in this tournament with the lower bracket. And this means they can try to stay in this tournament. But Queen Walkers stay in the upper bracket. This means they are 1 match away from qualifying already in the top 8, because those teams in the upper bracket have to win 3 matches and they are guaranteed already in the next stage. That's what those teams are going for. And that's exactly what Queen Walker Stephanie, I think, were expecting from themselves and hoping for when they were entering this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. And now, like, even when we look at the first attack, Gaku, that was 98% downfall. So if you will hit that 3-star, you know, we were like almost close from a perfect board. When we look at the first round, I was saying there was so many wars which teams were hitting 14 stars like minimum, and I still lost the war, you know. I really start to think that you really have to hit the stars, you know, because you're kind of not gonna have chance against the opposite teams here. Itsu.
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak in as well. I guess Carbon is going to let us know more in after the match, but I'm already kind of like looking into the other matches already reported. You have mentioned them already earlier. They're looking really good. Tompina so far 4 out of 4 as well. So you have mentioned Tompina earlier that you're looking forward for them to have this chance of staying inside this in the lower bracket. And with being 4 out of 4, it's looking good for them. But back to this match, Utah is in. Queen George, Dragon Rider in this one. And so far, the Flame Flinger is selected. That's always something which I like to see.
Yeah, definitely. So now we will looks like going for, with the Queen Charge for the Town Hall. We had the multi-inferno, single inferno behind that Flame Flinger. I like it because you can really start at Flame Flinger early and just making sure that there are no traps and letting hitting these defenses. But the main goal is the Eagle. Queen pulling the CC, so we have the rocket balloons and the super minions. As you can see, we had to use the Queen ability to be able to keep her alive. Now, which way the Queen going? Itsu.
Yeah, he's trying to get that Expo out of the way with breaking into that compartment, opening the tunnel though as well. There's now the Tornado Trap rotating that Queen a little bit further into the direction of the damage. Now is activated, he needs to use the invisibility to keep his healer safe. And so far it's really relying on the pathing of the Queen now, because she's most likely about to enter that Singer Inferno Tower. He has a lot of spells left, but he needs to make sure that this Queen is staying alive. And so far it seems like the Queen, oh no, is skipping completely that Singer Inferno Tower.
He was using the invisibility spell to push the Queen, but yeah, now she's outside of the range, but she was so low health and we already used the Queen ability, so we weren't able to save it. The Flame Flinger popped, so we have the Dragon Rider now trying to take care of the Eagle. Dragons are pushing for the multi-inferno, but they are fighting the Sweeper, so not easy for them. So he's using the Raid spell and again freezing that multi. We have still a bunch of the spells. Now I'm just looking for the King. Looks like the King will try to clear the 9 o'clock corner. We have the Scatter Shot, Air Defense, enemy Queen there, even the Royal Champion joining. Very interesting. We decide to go with the King and the Royal Champion like quite late. It's
really delaying things, but at this point it's all about just getting, I mean, he just needed the 1-star if you're completely honest. So this is always the faith for the last attacker of a team. Sometimes you just have to do the work which you're in just to secure the win, getting those safe 2 stars, getting the safe 1 star if you want to call it. So this one is falling pretty short. It really still depends if there's any chance with the Royal Champion ability now getting used, but Badzinger Throne Tower might be the big game changer.
Oh my god, that Icy actually got a single Inferno. Are you serious? He still will hit the 3-star Utah, the Royal Champion. Seriously, hero. And that's mean Kmukers are hitting the 14 stars. I still cannot believe that Royal Champion actually saved this attack. And Kmukers, like, they hit the perfect war the previous round. This time they're going with the 14 star. And you said they're gonna have one more war in the top bracket. We're curious who they will be facing and how they will do. Entropy now moving to the lower bracket where they will get a second chance. We already can look at some of the teams. That Tompina 4-4-4 on triples. I was telling, like, I really believe Tompina is doing great job under pressure, you know? So they're in the lower bracket and they are aiming for the perfect war, Itsu.
Yes, that's right. Wait a second. I think it's just updated, right? So Tompina having the perfect war. Reported gaming as well, getting 15 stars. Time to throw as well, 15 stars if I see this correctly. Chasmac 1 with 14 stars. So we have a lot of teams getting those victories in and making sure that they're staying. I think for most of them it's in the upper bracket with Reported and Chasmac both staying in there and having still their second life in this tournament.
Yeah, and again, like 14, 15 stars, like time to throw versus Indo. Like it's finished with the 15 to 14. Like you hit that 14 star, you are still not safe to get the win, but I am really impressed with the VN Tompina. Just Mike, you say that they got the win, so that's amazing. So they keep staying in the top bracket. Blind is for very strong team here. King of the Kings, in the previous round, they hit the 14 star. Now coming in here with the 11 star here, Itsu.
Yeah, that's always the tough thing when Corbin asked us earlier, like about underdogs, possible teams which are already safe going through from our perspective at least, because I feel like a lot of those teams are really not consistent, I want to say. Like sometimes they're getting 15 stars, sometimes they're getting 11 stars, and this is like the big difference between the top teams, like some of the golden ticket teams already qualified, because they're having even this consistency. For them, bad matches are like 14 stars. For them, bad matches being, for some of the other teams, like good matches. So this is like the big difference with the consistency overall, I feel. And yeah, that's overall then the thing with judging after one round. So I feel like it's really interesting now to see the second round of results coming in and really seeing which teams are getting those high stars back to back and which teams are kind of struggling to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. And now it is, I'm waiting for the Carbon because I will give us some update. This round we will be losing few teams, right? From that lower bracket. So I'm really curious, are we gonna have some big upset or some surprises? And yeah, I had a chance to be in the Poland and the live event. Do you think how big motivation is this for the players to try to meet it and get that golden ticket and be in the Helsinki too?
I think it's an insane motivation. I mean, yes, the prize pool is amazing and it's incredible, but at the same time, being in a live event after so many years, and that being in Helsinki, Supercell headquarters, I think that's even more cool for a lot of those players, meeting the persons behind the game, where I think all of those players have put so much time into the game, not only be at the max ton of 14 level, but as well to be at this level of performance which they're showcasing in this tournament. So I think that's just the coolest thing, being part of those live events, and this being the biggest live event of the year. I think that's already a huge motivation boost, I think, overall. And we're looking forward who in the end is going to grab those 4 last golden tickets, because we have those 4 tickets already given away. The other 4, which means X Team, MS eSports, Tribe Gaming, and Strat. Those 4 are already guaranteed in Helsinki, but the other 4 teams, those are the teams we're looking for at the moment.
Yeah, you are talking about the teams which already have 4 golden tickets. Do you think now there are these 4 teams, you know? Just chilling, watching very carefully every team, how they are doing, what is in their mind, what is the preparation, are they checking what kind of strategy are they using, or what kind of bases? Are we seeing a lot of anti-2 or anti-3 E2?
I think that's exactly what they're doing, right? Like checking all of the different teams. And I think especially when we're going to get to later stages, I think that's then where it's going to be even more intense, because that's where you can get more information out of those matchups then for those teams. And look at tendencies, like they're looking at small things we would not even consider, like, okay, box spaces. But we would say, okay, this team attacked just box spaces. Well, the base builders now for those top teams would say, okay, the tendency of this team is to go for blimps for the town hall, go for hero dice for the town hall, maybe go for queen charges, like really try to identify what the overall approach, understanding of that team is on how to attack those bases. And I feel like that's then really this high level of base building, which is so crazy if you take a look at the highest level. And yeah, is there any more matches getting updated in the background as well, which we have access to?
I just saw that we are losing Marcus Gaming because One Card Gaming won against them 14-13. Dr. Emsk was still waiting for the final attack, but even if they 3-star, they are short on the percent, so actually Inframundo will get a win there. How I was telling, like King of the Kings, they start well, and now they had a war with the 11 stars, so Bushido Luxa will get the win here. Time to draw. Impressed, like with the perfect war here in the finishing with the 14 stars. That's what I can see so far, E2.
I'm just trying to see already what matches we have as well, because in the next round we have Chessmake versus Repotted. I mean, that is an incredible match. I mean, Repotted versus Chessmake Gaming, that is going to be a crazy match, which is happening in that next round. Is there anything else we can already give you as an update? But as always, make sure to check out your in-game client, because there is the entire bracket as well, where you can check those results after every single round and you can see the bracket, who has to face which other team and so on. That's always there nicely listed, and we are kind of like checking in between some other results then how those matches went through and how many stars those teams got, because that's really nice then for us to see how those teams have performed, what their tendencies is so far on the performance level. But yeah, I mean, to me, the chess match was reported. That is an incredible looking match. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling and up here in the bracket. Definitely Space Station versus No Chance Us. Very nice match coming, but we have Carbon Thing coming to join us and tell us more about the previous round.
Yes, indeed. We've had incredible wars, and you know, Itzy, you said Repotted is going to be taking on Chessmake Gaming, and Chessmake Gaming won their war because Lexnos came in with the final attack 3-star to clutch it for them. They were able to move on, but some notable teams that we did now just see get eliminated, and they are completely out of contention of getting gold ticket. We have Dr. M Squad, they are eliminated. NGT Legends, they are gone. Renegados is gone, who was playing just recently, not too long ago. We've seen them. Marcos Gaming is gone. Omnipotence, as well as King of Kings. All those teams, plus many more, have been eliminated. They have lost two times in a row in this double elimination. They don't have any chance. You guys can check out more wars inside the game in the tournament hub, and you're wondering what that is. There's a little button over on the right side. Click that, and then you can go and see the bracket live in there. You can't see the scores. You can just see how teams are winning between them. But man, what an incredible set of wars we've seen throughout all of this. But this next one that we are going to be witnessing is going to be an amazing one, as well as Space Station versus No Chance Ice. Oh man, Space Station 60-0 through the ladder. Now they go back-to-back perfect wars, and now they're going against No Chance Ice. Winner moves on to the next stage. What do you think about that one, Itsu?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited about that match. Is that going to be the match which we're going to stream? Did you say that?
Yes.
Or which match is going to be next?
The one. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's the next one. Indeed.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's looking like an amazing match. I mean, Space Station, I said in the beginning, I feel like they're so consistent at the moment, and I feel like they're one of the teams for sure, based on the performance so far, which really look like they would deserve that golden ticket. And I want to see how they're performing over maybe not only this stage, if they're going to get into the next one, but moving forward and see their defensive level, because I feel like at this highest level, we have seen that many teams can get 15 stars or high stars overall, but the defense, that's like the big game changer. I mean, we have seen that from Chasmac. 9 stars versus Badzinger, that is crazy. That is an incredible performance. So yeah, I mean, you have a really nice match picked for that next one. That's looking like an intense match.
It is, absolutely. What about you, Susie? What are you thinking about the next match to come with between Space Station and No Chance Ice?
I'm excited because Space Station that ladder record amazing, no lost yet, you know. So I am excited if they're gonna keep winning, because they need one more win, or No Chance Ice will get the win. So this is a really big match here. Without like we already lost so many big teams, you know, like anything can happen. And like I really enjoyed that war between Qualifiers and Entropy, because I have some favorite players. I want to ask you, Carbon. So Space Station versus No Chance Ice. Are you looking for some player which you really want to see the attack from him?
Well, definitely Bernal, right? He is known as one of the best queen charge attackers in the world. Back before super wall breakers were a thing, he was so good at sending regular wall breakers anywhere he wanted into the base to break through some incredible walls. So Bernal's definitely a person I'm keeping my eye on Space Station side. Over on the other side for No Chance Ice, I'm going to keep my eye on Tony Gunk to see what he is. I've definitely have seen many attacks from him. So both these teams, the winner of this is moving on to the next round. If you lose, you will have to play another match to try to advance to the next round. So you have a really good opportunity now, and you have to take advantage. But yeah, Space Station is on an incredible run through it. But I mean, Itsu, another insane match that we're going to have in the upper bracket is going to be Repotted versus Chasmac Gaming. I know you definitely, if I wanted to see, it's like there's so many great matches. It's so hard to choose, but that one, that's just got to be incredible, even if we were watching that. Itsu.
Yeah, I mean, that match is just looking really, really strong. I mean, Chasmac so far, we're looking strong in the ESS Snapdragon. And the match where we showcased them earlier today, they were looking really, really solid. And Repotted, I mean, so far in this competition, they look really good as well. Finished on a really, really high seed during the ladder stage. And I mean, now I think they got 15 and 14 stars back to back, something like that. So they should for sure be able to challenge Chasmac, and especially now with this qualifier spot on the line, I think it's going to be a really intense match between those two teams. But Susie, what is your opinion on that match?
I think it will be very, very close. Like Entropy had really good rounds, Chasmac as well. It will be probably depend how good they are with the base building. Because I think so their offense is very strong. We saw that Chasmac defense was amazing. Will they be able to stop Entropy? If I'm correct, Entropy hit a perfect wall previous round. So I think that will be very important. But Itsu, let's go talk a little bit about Entropy. You know, they show enough. They are really good. What do you think they have to now do to make it to the top 16? You know, they have big war against the Qualifiers, and now they're in that lower bracket. You know them very well, Itsu.
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, I think they have to not really do so many fancy attacks, like the Mass Dragon Rider or the Queen Charge Zap Dragon Rider. I feel like they're really, really good, solid attackers. And I feel like in this stage, it's not as easy to specifically bait certain opponents, because after the first round, you don't really know who to face next and so on. And I know that most of them are pushing as well Legends, as I said, with Leo, who is like right now one of the highest pushers. They're good with like strategies which you can force on any base. Queen Charge Lalo, like Green did with the Dragons and Dragon Riders. They're really good at forcing those strategies. So I feel like they should maybe do that instead of going with those really fancy approaches. That would be my guess. But at the same time, it's really hard to call from the outside if you don't really know what is going on in the team with their current situation. I mean, they're in the boot camp, so I think they're pretty vocal about things which go wrong, which do not go wrong. But overall, I feel like they should stick to what they're good at, and that's their legend style attacks with just forcing the attacks. But Carbon, what do you feel like right now is the best approach on a lot of those matches for a lot of those teams? Doing fancy stuff, or maybe just really sticking what they know best?
I really think you should stick with what you know best, definitely. And granted, if you face a team that you face many times, maybe they have one base for you to kind of prepare. But I mean, like you said, you don't know who you're going to face after that first round. It's going to be just a million possibilities, but it's starting to get narrowed down more and more. But in this next match between Space Station and No Chance Ice, if you lose, it's not the end of the world, right? You'll go to the lower bracket. You'll still have a second opportunity. But for a team that is well known like Time to Throw, they are in the lower bracket. And if you lose, you are eliminated down there. They put up a perfect war in that lower bracket. So they were able to stay alive down there. So it's going to be some amazing matches to come. But we're just reviewing the double elimination. As you see, you win those first three matches in the upper first round, upper second round, and the upper third round, and you are advancing, you're done. But if you lose, you have to play more matches to have a chance to advance, as 8 more teams from the lower bracket to advance to stage 3, which is the Switch stage competition here. So there is some incredible matches that we're going to see that are going to come in the next round, as well as this one is Space Station versus No Chance Ice, but SG Strela is taking on Queen Walkers. That's going to be also another really good match. You're just joining, Repod is taking on Chasmac Gaming. It's just like all these matches are going to be incredible here, especially as we're getting further along. But this is the last one in the upper bracket, because especially the next one to come after this is going to be the start to be the lower bracket, where elimination's on the line.
That's right. It's the pressure is getting real, and I saw a lot of people were asking that in the chat. How many more matches people can expect today? We are now getting close to starting the third round overall. Overall, you have to imagine that, as in the graphic just showcased, we have those upper and lower bracket matches happening at the same time. So it's now the third round about to start, and then there's 2 more rounds which are going to be played today. So there's still plenty of action where you can lay back and enjoy some nice clash matches and cheer for your favorite teams out there, and make sure that you have a nice weekend ahead of you, Carbon.
Yeah, this is going to be an incredible set today, next weekend, the weekend after that, to lead up to the World Championship, the World Finals, which is out in Helsinki, because the teams are trying to get the golden ticket. The 4 teams already that are waiting to see who they're going to face. X Team Esports, MS Esports, Tribe Gaming, and Strat. They've all played through their respective community tournaments, got their golden tickets, and they're just relaxing here. But this next match between Space Station and No Chance Ice is about to be ready. So we're going to go say goodbye to Itsu. So we will join back later with him. He's going to give us some updates on stats, how the wars are going when this next war ends. But if you were to pick a team here, Susie, who are you taking? Space Station or No Chance Ice?
So, at the start of the stream, we were talking about Underdogs teams, right? So in this match, you have Space Station like fan favorite. Their name is out there more. But No Chance Ice, if I'm correct, they were facing Time to Throw, right? They won against them, and we saw Time to Throw hitting the perfect war in the previous round. So they face a strong team here.
We did.
But I still will go with the space station, even because of that record, like
Ooh.
60 wins.
Okay.
That means a lot. What about you, Carbon?
That is a lot. 60-0, and then going perfect. I guess if you're picking against Space Station, you're crazy, but call me crazy because I'm going with no chance ice in this one. I'm going with the upset, which means that if you lose, you go to the lower bracket. So we're split between this. This is going to be an incredible match. You do not want to go anywhere for this one. And yeah, Space Station, can they keep the perfect streak going in? Because all it takes is one war, one slip up to get pushed to the lower bracket and be on the brink of elimination. But here we go. Whoever wins this match is moving on to the next stage in the Swiss bracket, which we'll be playing next week. As we're getting ready for the very first attack, and we are in. We have Dobbsben coming in with E-Dragons, 7 E-Dragons, a few Rocket Loons on the outside. Let's see if Ben can get this, get the value, and push his way through Bernal's base.
Yeah, we are seeing the E-Dragons really being almost used every war because sometimes the wars are being decided by the time. So I like the choices, and also like, you know, when you are attacking us the first, you are choosing the easier strategy. Are we calling the E-Dragons easier? I would say so, but let's focus on this. As you can see, the Dragons are over the Town Hall. There was Tornado Trap trigger behind the Town Hall, and the single Inferno is still up, so we are using the free spell. Looks like the Dragon's not going for it. Now one E-Dragon, so he's using the invisibility spell, making sure that single Inferno will go down, Carbon.
He's trying. The single needs to go down. Yes, the single goes down to that E-Dragon right there as he's continuing this push into the core. He's got a handful of E-Dragons on the far outside. Moreover, it went to the left. Nothing is going to that multi-target Inferno at the moment, but the Stone Slammer actually opened up the core of this base with that freeze. The Queen can take out the enemy RC and the multi in the middle.
That was perfect. Like, look at what she can actually reach in the core of the base. Like, she's clearing that Inferno, but also she can get the scatter shot. So very good call with that free spell. RC being slowed down by the skeleton. We are using the pulse on RC with the shield. Boom, boom, boom. Sniping that air defense. That's also protecting this E-Dragon's Carbon. Are we gonna see here first strong triple from No Chance?
Yeah, Dobbsben coming in with the E-Dragon triple, taking down Bernal's base, but they know in order to have a chance at defeating Space Station, you need to not only put up a perfect war, but it has to be a fast perfect war, because if it's a perfect, it comes down to the average attack duration, which will play a role in the match. E-Dragons are typically a faster attack to help you in that advantage. So, No Chance Ice with the first 3-star in this match, putting a little bit of pressure on Space Station, but Space Station haven't failed yet so far in this double elimination because they got 2 perfect wars back to back.
What confidence boost for our No Chance Ice. You vote for them. You say they will get a win, and this is very strong start. Like hitting the 3-star against Space Station. We'll see how the Space Station will go with the first attack. Maybe we'll see the defense, and that's gonna be amazing. But I really love that attack. It was brilliant. It was fast. We still have so many E-Dragons left, and I don't think so there was enough. Even that like that Queen got inside the middle compartment. That was perfect, Carbon.
Yeah, it was beautiful, as now we're seeing P. Castro coming in on Dobbsben, who just tripled with the blimp, and it's gonna be... Okay, I was gonna say, is he gonna send this blimp all the way to the Town Hall? No. He's got the Super Wizards to take the Town Hall down, secures that. What else? Is he gonna try to step up and grab the Ground Expo? Oh, finds the Giant Bomb. He does grab the Expo, the Wizard Tower, this compartment here, and lures out a little bit of this Clan Castle. With 2 Rocket Loons, I think there might be one more Super Minion in the mix there, maybe.
Yeah, when we look at the base, like the sweepers are pointing on the south, we have is it the 3 multi-infernos here? Alright, so we're starting with that queen, just dealing with the CC easy, the poison doing a lot of work. Queen can reach that air defense. It looks like we are opening the wall where we have the scatter shot and the enemy queen as well. So we're coming here with the hero dive. So we will be bringing, looks like 1 ice golem tanking for the heroes and trying to get some push. We are bringing 1 super wall breaker, so that's make me think they will try to open that first wall so queen even can reach that multi-inferno in carbon.
Yeah, moving his way through the ice golem freezing. We have the super wall breaker open the wall to the multi, which means this queen can step up even deeper into the core of the space as he does finally pull out that last super minion. King's ability goes up. He's running through, but the queen's ability is going to be forced from the multi target inferno as now the Lalo is starting to the bottom into the multi.
I love this, that queen taking out the multi-inferno, royal champion nicely clearing that corner, even getting the hit on the multi and the scatter shot. This is looking pretty strong, and we open the wall so queen even can help with the eagle. What a value with the queen. He's going here with the invisibility spell on them, so getting really nice push. Now there's some of the Tesla showing up around the scatter shot, but we are covering that compartment with the freezer, and when you look at this, we still have 1 freeze, 1 haste. Castro looking awesome here.
He's got to speed it up. You've got to use all your spells as fast as possible. And look at that, saving few balloons to speed it up even more to help with the cleanup. Has the 1 final giant to use. And look at that, Pete Castro absolutely crushing this space of Dobbsman. And it's all tied up. It's 3-3. We've got ourselves a match because it seems like the matches we've been covering has kind of been the one side on the coming with 3 stars. As the first one, it was definitely on Chasmek's side. Then Queen Walkers took it in round 2, and now this one, we've got an answer. 3 stars for each side coming in. But man, it's the upper bracket. If you lose, it's not out. You still have another opportunity in the lower bracket, but you definitely want to win this to secure your spot into the next stage, which will be next Saturday, which you guys are not going to want to miss. That's the Swiss stage, and the way that works is you win 3, you move on, you lose 3, you're out. It's not a double elimination, so it's a little bit different of a format. So no chance ice. You're up next.
Yeah,
here we go with Baller. All right, with a Lalo attack as well. Wait, he's got some invisibility, so maybe it's a Lizard Lalo.
Yeah, I'm curious if it will be a landing like between the scatter shot and the multi-inferno, because the super wizard actually can reach both. But are we next to that multi-inferno? We are making that inferno invisible again. I'm not sure what.
Oh no!
Ooh, they're still not hitting that inferno. He's really trying. Make that inferno not invisible, and now finally the wizard got a hit. But was that enough?
No, the thing is, you see where he landed? He wanted to land in the middle compartment so he can take the scatter shot down. So he missed it by literally 1 tile. That's it. That's all he missed it by, but he got the multi, so he could still send the not super wizard, I could say he's still considered the world champion to try to sneak her way in there and maybe use the king for the town hall at this point, but that 1 misplacement there can cost him his attack.
Yeah, it was a really good plan. Just sadly, how you say, didn't land where he wanted. We are not sending the king for the town hall. We have the royal champion going for the scatter shot. King going to fly into the pool. Where is the air defense? Maybe even gonna go push for the sending the headcount and help against the enemy king. Running the royal champion. We have also the enemy royal champion on that side as well. Really not sure which way the queen will go, but just seeing this, it looks like we will start the Lalo over the town hall. I see with the shield there, boom, 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 going for that warden. Can the king take down the eagle? I think so. We're gonna have enough. Yes, nicely done. So eagle went down. Queen now gonna be beating the wall, but we are starting here with the Lalo. Carbon.
Yeah, the Lalo comes over as he used the rocket loons to pick off the air defense, so the Hound can fly directly over the town hall, pull the traps, pull the tornado trap, and is allowing these balloons to continue their path through with the freeze, taking out the enemy queen. Now look at this. This has a chance as long as he can get to this top multi. He needs to move his way through. Still has the queen ability. He doesn't have much cleanup though. That's the problem. Only one minion. Oh no, this queen burns her ability. He's realizing time's not going to be on his side at this point. 35 seconds left. He's moving his way through. He waited so long to start that Lalo to the bottom side as the queen is clearing this. If anything, time could be the problem, and it could be a time fail. And look at that. Queen goes down. The Warden's trying to help these balloons, and he's not going to be able to triple P Castro. And yeah, he's not going to be able to have enough cleanup here as the Warden will secure the Archer Tower. Balloons split off a little bit. This is only going to be the 2-star, about a 93% here, unless you get a little bit more. Oh, 94 for Baller on P. Castro's base, but you have one fail like that, it could cost you a war against Space Station.
I'm still impressed, you know, because he didn't get that value with the Blizzard, and he still hit that high percent 2-star. It was amazing recovery. It is actually just downfall. Like, you have some Goblin, maybe, you know, a little bit, like, few more cleanup troops, and we will hit that 3-star. But I think, I don't know why now I'm going with the Notion Eyes, because I still think that was very impressive hit here. We'll see, because the Space Station will go in pretty soon with another attack, and anything can happen, Carbon.
Yeah, that's the thing. Anything can happen at this stage. These teams are all really good. So you make that one small mistake, and you will risk your team of being eliminated. But in this case, upper bracket, you just get pushed to the lower bracket, as we've already had some teams eliminated so far, the teams that have lost back-to-back. But now we're focusing on Leo and see what he could do to try to bring in another 3-star for Space Station with the Queen. Queen Walk, Queen Charge Dragons with a few Dragon Riders in the mix. With a Valkyrie down. Looks like this Queen is charging her way to the top side near this Eagle Artillery with the healers now finally being deployed.
Yeah, we are using that super Wolverker, giving Queen access to go that way, and with the sneaky Goblins, she shouldn't go around, she will go for the Eagle, and she can reach both enemy heroes. So yeah, I see also these are 2 Dragon Riders, really curious, we're gonna just specially use them on the scatter shot here. But now, Queen gonna be in the range of the enemy king soon. We are using the lightning spell to take care of the sweeper, so we don't have to fight the sweeper with the dragons. When we are deploying that one dragon, the 9 o'clock corner, as we know, that's the side we will start with the dragons here. They will be reaching pretty fast at that scatter shot. We will try to catch that Blim and the Tom, because this one is very long way for the Blim to make it to the town hall. Carbon.
Yeah, that Blimp's flying all the way through. That Queen's ability, though, was forced, so we won't have that Queen ability for later. As he lands, he makes it. The Yetis take that Town Hall down, taking out some Builder Huts, taking out the Sweeper as well. The Dragons are continuing their way through, trying to path their way into the single target Inferno. We do have the Dragon Rider locking onto it, not using... Oh, there it is! Oh, he's a little bit late with the invisibility spell, so the single target Inferno is going to remain up, but still has the Royal Champion, not even used yet. The King ability, trying to make their way to the bottom side here. He has to use this RC perfectly to try to finish off this backside of his bases. We do have a Ground Expo, which locks onto this Queen and decides to rage this Queen up with the healers to keep her alive.
Yeah, that that's what I see the last with the Royal Champion, that super Inferno, amazing. That's what we needed. Royal Champion now stepping in for that counter shot. We have still over 1 minute, but we have extra fun. Probably gonna be few more traps around us using the shell King right now. Tanking the cannon. Expo is on the Royal Champion. Can she survive? 47 seconds. The healers are doing amazing job keeping the Royal Champion alive. She's going for the whisper.
Wow.
Cargo! Is Leo gonna save this?
Look at that. The healers healing up this Royal Champion, keeping her alive with just enough time. 30 seconds left. The RC is what helps to clutch this base, and Leo brings another 3-star for Space Station and keeping their 3-star streak alive. Because Space Station hasn't failed yet. They have come in with 2 back-to-back wars with perfect wars. They are now 12 for 12 so far here in the double elimination stage. But this is the upper bracket. You win, you advance to stage 3. You lose, you go to the lower bracket, as there's a ton of other matches still going on right now. And one match that a lot of you guys are also probably keeping your eye on is the Queen Walkers versus SG Stristella. And that war, 2 triples for Queen Walkers, and we have 1 triple for SG Stristella and 1 fail of a 99%. So it's literally a 1 building difference over in that match.
Yeah, and even when you look at the V and Tompia, they are still in that lower bracket and already with the 2 triples in, but they are going against ITP clan here. It's very strong clan here, but let's focus on this here. We have Apollo coming in here, and again, we are seeing the don't really see many ground strategies here, really are very popular here. We are bringing 2 ice golems. That means we will try really get big push with the hero. So deploying that queen on the bottom side first, ice golem coming in, and using the skeleton spell, especially distracting that X-ball. King coming in from that right side, so we will try to get the king inside for that scatter shot. Very simple funnel, but it worked. Royal Champion joining the queen as well, and with the log launcher, we will try to take down the multi-inferno cannon.
Yeah, the Royal Champion securing the eagle with the king ability, just going off, finding a giant bomb, another giant bomb, but the king, can he grab the scatter? Yes, scatter has been secured. The log launcher, oh no, the freeze! Completely missed everything. It was basically a swag freeze at that, as the log launcher does indeed take out the multi, but it doesn't open the town hall wall, even though the queen did not follow in, as her ability just goes off.
Yeah, I also like thinking a little bit more with the Royal Champion. Right now trying to figure a little bit more. Yet imagine the Inferno, and then it got it. So that's awesome. Queen now gonna be locked on the lava. We have only enemy warden hitting her, but we have big group of the loons coming there, using that raid spell, pushing these loons away from the poison. Beautiful warden ability, catching every loons. And when we look at the bar, we still have one freeze, 2 haste spells, so plenty of spells. Nice heal over the tornado trap as well.
Yeah, trying to heal his way over the trail. There's a haste, there's a freeze, red air bombs. He has to get it through the defending RC on the backside with the multi. Drops a haste to try to get into the air defense on the backside of this base. No queen ability, but the enemy RC, no way of taking her down. He does get into the scatter shot radius, so they should be able to help take that down. With just a handful of loons left, the wizard tower should go down. The warden and the queen need to take out the enemy queen, and they're working. The warden takes her down. Wait a second. Wait, the warden, the owl, they're working on the multi. Can he get it? The multi, no, the warden, the owl, balloon, no.
Come on, Owl, can you do it? Most didn't land it, but we have minions, no Electro Owl going down as well, and we are actually hitting 99. Wow, that was so unlucky, and so close, really almost there.
That close, 99%. Now 2 fails against Space Station. It's almost seeming like if you do that, is your chances out the window if that happens? Oh my. But another war that we're keeping our eye on is Chazmak versus Repotted. We have a tie-up war in there. Chazmak actually just got another triple coming in. But Repotted got a 67% 2-star against Chazmak. So percentage over in that war could play a big role. But back to the Space Station, man, if they get another triple coming away, they will be looking good against this match against No Chance Ice.
It really started well, you know, like Notion Ice with that beautiful triple, even hitting that 99%, but Space Station not making the mistake here. So we have Marinol coming in, and we are again back with the Lalo, so we will go with the Lalo here. Finding the early Tesla farm in that corner front of the town hall. So he's bringing the jump spell, but we are not using the healers here.
And with the king to the top, skeleton spell to help distract, another skeleton spell onto the near the wizard towers. The RC is going to try to make her way into there with an ice golem down queen, but that Tesla farm is going to be a bit of an issue, so he has to invest some balloons into that area.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he is already using a bunch of balls, and we only clear 2 Teslas with the jump spell. We are connecting. Where is the town hall? King now going outside of the base. Real champion joining. We would like to take down the multi-inferno, but now she will be locked on the lava, so not exactly what we plan. RC coming here with the shield, boom, 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 sniping these boulder hearts, but we didn't have enough on that multi-inferno. Queen is hitting that tornado trap, and also there is the giant bomb, but with the ability to took down the town.
Oh, but the RC was not able to take out the multi-target Inferno. And he doesn't even send the Stone Slammer to try to directly target into it. But that's going to move over to the Wizard Tower. Let's see where it goes next as he tries to path his way to the multi as the Warden ability comes early. Oh, and the Headhunters, all 3 of them got sprung right next to the scatter shot. So the enemy queen, it looks like she's going to be staying alive here as he does decide to use a poison spell. But he needs these balloons to keep up and path around. He's got quite a bit of spells here.
Yeah, we are down to the poison. Like, he used that freeze spell over the air defense and lighted slammer coming back for that inferno. That's huge. We have over 1 minute. Even that we lost the headhunters like this, it still doesn't look like close attack. Okay, we're like Marino will adding another 3-star. Look at this, how many loots we have left. And Space Station going here 3-4-3. No way. That was awesome hit from Marino.
How do you lose those headhunters and still come in with the overwhelming triple and not even take out the queen with your headhunters? Just incredible stuff there. We saw Marno and Space Station are just proving how dominant they really are. Wow, that was very impressive. But some more updates we're receiving is Amualin of Vientampanai just failed his attack, which means that ITP, the team that they're playing down in the lower bracket, if they triple, they will take the lead against Vientampanai. So they could be at risk of elimination since they are in a lower bracket. Wow, things are happening. Stats are flying through, so we'll try to keep you guys updated. If you want to know any particular stats of any wars, be sure to let us know in the comment section, and we may be able to try to grab that and update you throughout this match right here. But Space Station is just on another level right now. No chance. The only way they have a chance is if they continue and try to get triples and hope for some fails from Space Station.
Exactly, they have to still, it is still bracket, so I think so it's less pressure for them. So I think they still can come back here. Just have to keep hitting the 3-star and hoping the Space Station gonna fail the hit here. We are going here with the first ground strategy. We're actually seeing the hybrid. I'm very excited about it. So we are starting with that queen. She is walking around, not moving towards the town hall here. So now we are pushing with the hybrid. That means we are trying to push the queen, go back for the town hall, while we are using that siege barrack and the king funneling, using that first heal spell over the scatter shot, another raid spell on the queen, and Luzavi also pulling the CC.
Yeah, with that queen trying to continue to stay up, she'll grab the town hall as the warden ability just is now utilized to try to help protect some of this, but a lot of the hybrid seems like it's kind of split off or just disappeared. Maybe he was trying to get the queen to path a different way and she walked too far to the south, so he's forced to go with the hybrid to try to reroute this queen. But the miners seem to be gone. The hogs are all pretty much gone here. The attack seems like it's falling apart here as he's trying to continue his way through, as the queen is trying to stay alive through this rage as their ability is now forced. Wait a second, can the Raw Champion's ability clutch this back section, which is the question?
Yeah, I really like because we know that Inferno, and that's huge. RC now with the shell, are sniping only one Tesla. Team will have to
wait a
move
sec.
around the scatter, but use the invisibility. Oh, look at this. The real
Okay.
champion taking the scatter shot, and she's pulling the ground scaling, so we are losing the RC. But we have over 1 minute. King and the Wooden trying to break the wall so the King can help us. I think so. This is actually enough in the carbon.
Look at this. I didn't think it was going to be enough. His like hybrid pretty much like disappeared, but that queen staying alive was able to get the value and now finish off the rest of this base. And Oscar, well done getting this triple against Leo. And this is a 3-star that they absolutely desperately need, because if they were to fail, they would be down by way too much. So now they got to hope Space Station not only fails this next attack, but the attack after that. Wow, incredible save there to keep it alive and get that triple.
Exactly.